We're getting ready to try it right now.
Click it.
Yep.
Nope, still saying
Still says call requesting setup. I mean, I turned it clear off and came back. What it says is call setup requesting call. When it says that, it never lets us dial in. Well, I've done that. Yeah. Okay, we're going there now. Turning it back on. You got me. I'm not the right guy to ask.
I definitely have you all coming in.
Yeah, but you're taking us directly from here. So.
I don't think there's a way for him to take us from there to here.
From my feed, then they'll still get it.
Try to connect again.
Yeah.
Still says remote busy, and then goes to call setup request.
Yeah, again, it's telling us it's busy. Then it goes to call setup requesting call.
Yeah.
Yes. The Wi-Fi is still working. Got the 3 green lights on that, nothing else plugged into it. What? 3. Nope, same request. Yeah. Call setup requesting call. Once, but I can do it again if you think that'll help. All right, let me do that. All right, this will take a while.
Flip that light switch if you would. Light switch.
Testing, testing. Is the Highlander student section here tonight? I can't hear you. Is the Do crew here tonight? I got something for the Do crew tonight. An anthem, if you will.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to MDA, that's Mountain Dew Anonymous. For those that have abuse problems with Mountain Dew, we have a new member today. His name is KJ52. KJ, introduce yourself.
My name is KJ52 and I'm addicted to Mountain Dew.
Yeah. Tell the people a little bit about what happened.
Hey, what am I going to do? I was addicted to Mountain Dew.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
In the history of Dutch Miller Kia, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than when they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerKia.com.
For a limited time, get a brand new 2022 Sportage starting at just $189 a month.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And KINDRED Communications. Radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Yeager Airport is taking West Virginia to new heights, and we couldn't do it without you, our dedicated passengers. A new study says CRW has a $225 million impact on the local economy and is responsible for nearly 3,000 jobs. Flying with CRW does more than just connect you to the world. Flying with CRW puts West Virginians to work and money back into your community. Yeager Airport, your gateway to the world.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
What's Wendy's? Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
An injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Have you joining us for this evening's contest. Two of the best in the area. Maybe you throw Cabell Midland in the mix as well as some of the best teams in the area, and now Spring Valley is going to get Huntington. Both teams ranked in the top 10. Should be a good one.
Yeah, it should be. Huntington's number 1, Spring Valley's number 8, and it's basically, the River City's championship. I mean, it's Spring Valley in Wayne County, but still part of the Huntington municipal area, and certainly the Huntington High would like to get some of the kids out of Westmoreland probably if they could, but it's such a good rivalry. I mean, you got 2 head coaches, 92 wins for Billy Seals. One time he's been the AAA runner-up. Brad Dingus, 111 wins, 3 times the AAA runner-up. The teams that both have excellent passers, excellent running backs, excellent receivers, good kicking games and good return games. I mean, this probably would make you think that we're going to either probably go completely against the trends or follow right in. I mean, even the overall series, Spring Valley has a 12-11 lead. And games in Huntington, it is 6-6. So there's not many games where the teams and the coaches and players are all so close to each other in all the statistical categories, and yet, one or the other has kind of dominated the series at times. And tell the truth, it's 4 in a row for Spring Valley in the series, which put them finally in the lead in the series.
A really exciting matchup, Woody. You mentioned Spring Valley's offense. Listen to these numbers. 4 wins. This is a Spring Valley team, 4 wins and 1 loss. The 1 loss came in its home opener against Cabell Midland, a 28-19 loss. Over the next 4 games, 51 points per game. This is a Huntington defense that's only given up 9 a game. That's best in Class AAA, so something's going to have to give.
Yeah, they've played so well on defense this year. And, of course, Billy Seals, that's number 1 for him. He coaches the defense. He wants them to play great. And so far they have done an excellent job since game 1. And Spring Valley is usually the same kind of team. And this year, you can certainly tell that. They lose to Midland in the opener, and they were really coming off, putting some new guys into the offensive line, and losing one in Evan Ferguson, who'd already committed to Marshall. His dad was a great player there, Hall of Fame player. And 6'2", 284 senior, you're definitely going to miss a guy that was as good as that. But they've rebounded very nicely since that opening loss. They've beat Parkersburg 34-10. They beat Riverside 63-26. Now, Riverside hasn't won a game this year. And they've also beat St. Albans bad, 54-0. St. Albans hadn't won a game or been close this year. But last week was the first indication that this might be a for-real team at Spring Valley, because South Charleston was highly ranked and expected to win and all of that. They were 3-0, and they lose 53-8. Now, I know they were missing a player or two on the offensive side, but Spring Valley took it to them hard. And some people that watched the tape told me they thought maybe South Charleston kind of quit because Spring Valley was getting after them so hard. So I've certainly seen that in this series. Both these teams are going to play hard-nosed football. It's just that both teams are putting it in the air more than they used to.
Yep, definitely. And on Huntington's side offensively, slow start last week, and that's been the main message for really Coach Billy Seals and this team. They're 5-0, but the results could be a little bit more larger in terms of victory. Last week, down 7-3 at halftime against Capital. You storm back second half, 27 unanswered to win that game 30-7. But his team's yet to put 4 good quarters together, and that's a good sign of a good team as well, knowing they're 5-0, but they still have not played a full game.
Yeah, the game before that at GW, they've got the big lead and they let up. They don't put the foot on the throat for the final period, and so that's what they've got to do. Billy Seals is still wanting his team to play the full 48 minutes. I think tonight, if they play that full 48 minutes, they've got a chance of winning this game. But if they let up at any point, Spring Valley's good enough to knock you right off your pedestal of being number 1.
Last time Huntington was here at Bob Sang Stadium, a 21-17 narrow victory against yet another area team in Cabell Midland. And on the Spring Valley side, first road game for the Timberwolves since the 54-0 victory against St. Albans. Timberwolves 2-0 on the road this season, looking to get back-to-back wins against undefeated teams. Took down South Charleston in a big way, as you mentioned last week, and that team was undefeated. Trying to do it again this week.
Yeah, Spring Valley really played extremely well the last few years. Last year, we kind of throw that out. We're not going to count that as a full season for anybody. But they've been the team to keep an eye on in the playoffs and have done a great job. Huntington, after being down for a couple of years, losing the first round of the playoffs 2 years ago, and a good season for them growth-wise, but a very tough season last year when they went 3-6. But we've seen the freshmen and sophomores have improved greatly on this team. They've got some newcomers in, freshmen, who are playing very well. And as both teams go out there for the coin flip, I think both teams are really starting to click right now and run at a very high number. So it's still, as people ask me what could happen tonight, I said, I think we're going to have a game that will be fun to call on the radio, but I have no clue who's going to come out and win this game.
Tell you what, Woody, we've been blessed with some really good matchups this season, and this one is certainly another. We've also been blessed with really good weather. We're in the low 70s. The sun is set here in Huntington. Lights are on this Friday night. Another beautiful Friday night for high school football as the Highlanders have just taken the field for its 6th game of the season. 729 days since the last time these two teams met. That was back in 2019. Didn't play last season due to COVID. Couldn't get the game in. And the two teams just about finished up the coin toss. Will meet again for the first time in a couple of seasons.
And Spring Valley is going to get the ball to open up the game, so that'll put Huntington on defense first, and we'll see what Daniel Fouch and the rest of this Timberwolves offense is all about right away.
Spring Valley, number 8, right on the cusp of hosting a playoff game. Again, we're just about halfway through, but an opportunity against the Huntington team. It's already got a ton of points, ranked number 1. Chance for the Timberwolves to maybe climb the rankings. And for Huntington on the other side to continue to solidify its ranking of number 1 and possibly continue to stamp its footprint as one of the best teams in Class AAA.
Well, if you finish first or second, you know you're going to be at home all the way through the playoffs.
Yep.
That's a very nice thing to have in your hip pocket. Huntington did that the first year that I came on board, 2013. It was a fun season. They went all the way to the finals. And then, really the only team that played Martinsburg well, it was a 9-7 loss for the Highlanders back in that 2013. Spring Valley has gotten closer with each try against Martinsburg, and they've even got Martinsburg on the regular season schedule coming up in a few weeks. But so far, Martinsburg is still the top eagle on the hill right now.
Both teams have taken the field. Huntington will kick it away right to left. Spring Valley left to right. Back to receive is Jace Caldwell and Ben Turner. As II boots it away, and we're underway at Bob Sang Stadium. Caldwell will field it from the 10-yard line. Still on his feet up past the 20, and he's tackled just across the 25-yard line to the 27, and that's where Spring Valley will take over first down and 10.
31 and 19 making the tackles. Those are becoming special team players. Marcus Dean and Antonio Taylor for the second week have started the game off with tackles on the kickoff.
Huntington in its home green uniforms, home green helmet, white numerals with gold outline and green pants for the Highlanders. Spring Valley in its away white uniforms, blue helmet, blue numerals and blue pants for the Timberwolves as the offense takes the field for first down and 10 at the 28-yard line, 11:53 when this drive begins. Quarterback Dalton Fouch will work out of the shotgun for first down. He takes the snap and he hands it off to Ben Turner running near sideline. He's got room up past the 35 and he's shoved out up past the 40 near the 46-yard line. A big play on first down, 18 yards.
Amari Felder makes the stop, knocks him out of bounds. That's a big part of their look is bringing that end around the wingback, coming around on the backside, and Ben Turner came into the game with only a couple carries for 78 yards, but adds to that big time.
So a big play for Spring Valley up to its own 46-yard line, first and 10. Fouch, same formation, he's in the shotgun. Two wide receivers to the near side. High snap. He pitches it to Bartram. He's running left in between the hash marks. Now spins off a tackle. Still on his feet, and he's finally brought down into Huntington territory past the first down marker. He's got about a 13-yard run, back-to-back first down runs for Spring Valley.
Khalif Ty makes the tackle, and the corner was about the last man between him and the end zone as they get all the way down to the Huntington 42-yard line. 2 big plays on first down for these Timberwolves.
Both runs to the outside as well, Woody, trying to break Huntington's defense out wide. Spring Valley with a first down and 10 at the Huntington 41. Same formation again with Fouch out of the shotgun. He'll throw on first down. Deep drop back. He wants the deep ball near sideline. A lot of contact. No call, and a flag comes in. Khalif Ty was in coverage. He wanted Bartram, the star wide receiver. Him and Ty collided at the 20.
Yeah, it's probably going to be on Ty. I mean, he stopped his running, and Bartram ran into him, falling over as the pass was coming down toward both of them. So I think it'll be a 15-yard penalty against Huntington. Penalties have been a problem this year.
Just 53 seconds into this football game, Spring Valley is knocking on the red zone. Officials still have yet to make the call.
So they'll mark it off from the 42, and 15 yards will move it to the 27.
Defensive pass interference. So the Timberwolves just a few yards away from the red zone and striking early here at Bob Sang Stadium. You're going to hear a lot of Fouch to Bartram tonight. He is Dalton Fouch's go-to guy. 19 catches, 8 touchdowns for the senior wide receiver Ty Bartram. First and 10 at the Huntington 27 for the middle to Caldwell, and Huntington's defense does a good job to make the play at the 25. Just a 2-yard run for Jace Caldwell, 2nd and 8.
Down on the bottom of the pile was Scout Arthur, who's having to start tonight. Jordan Price and Gavin Atkins both out of the lineup. Atkins has played a little defensive end, some outside linebacker. Price hurt last week along with Atkins.
10:35 left in this opening quarter. 2nd down and 8 for Spring Valley. Fouch will work out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers bunched in the formation. The handoff goes near side to Turner. He tries to bake it outside, still on his feet, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. A late flag comes in on the play as well. Amari Felder made the tackle.
Second time that Turner, number 7, has run into Felder, number 7, on an end around.
Flag came in relatively late. Coach Billy Seals is signaling to move Spring Valley back, so that's going to indicate to me that it's a Timberwolves penalty.
Yeah, the ball down to about the 22, a 3-yard gain. They're going to mark it from the point of the foul, which was the 22.
Would have been 3rd and 5, and there not been illegal participation against Spring Valley. You don't see that called too often. It's a 15-yard penalty that moves the football back to the 36-yard line. So 2nd down and long for Spring Valley. The first down to gain is all the way to the Huntington 17-yard line. So 2nd down and 19. 10-20 and counting. 2 wide receivers to each side for Dalton. Fouch is in the shotgun. Turner's the back to his left. Back to throw. Under pressure, and Huntington got there. It might have been Scout Arthur first to trip up Dalton Fouch. It's a sack back to the 45, 3rd and forever.
Big play by Arthur coming on the blitz, that time from the outside linebacker position. He blitzes from the will position and makes a big play. Loss of 9 on that play.
3rd and 28, back to the Huntington 45. Spring Valley needs to get to the Huntington 17-yard line. Could have 2 plays at it. 2 wide receivers to each side for Fouch, who's in the shotgun. He takes the snap and he fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Running past the 40, still on his feet. He runs into the ref, and the ref makes the tackle at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, the only guy close on Amari Felder will give him a tackle there, but just got back to the 35-yard line, so a gain of about 10.
Yep, so make it 4th down and 18, 9:15 and counting left in this first quarter. Spring Valley's offense still on the field. They've utilized 3 kickers this season. Have only attempted 1 field goal. It was last week, and it was a 24-yarder. So way out of field goal range here, and the punt unit will stay off the field, and Spring Valley will keep the offense out for 4th down and 18 at the Huntington 35, 8:50 and counting. Two wide receivers to each side for the quarterback, Fouch, who takes the snap, drops back. Huntington rushes 4. Pressure comes. Fouch steps up, finds Page, and Page is tripped up down inside the 20, near the 15. He's got a first down.
Flag down back here.
There is a flag. Huntington left Page, the West Virginia commit, wide open in the middle of the field. It moves the chains for now, but there is a flag.
He was chopped down there by Amari Felder, but he had enough for the first down. They've moved the chains, though. If the penalty was on the Timberwolves, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
They do have a stick over here marking where the ball was.
The officials discussing the call back at the initial line of scrimmage. Spring Valley's offense is back to the 30. Huntington's defense anticipating maybe this is against itself. We'll wait and see what the call is here.
Yeah, quite a conversation between the umpire and the referee.
Illegal subbing on Spring Valley. That's the second time. Illegal participation and now illegal subbing.
I thought he said touching.
Okay, yeah.
And that's loss of down, so it'll be Huntington's ball.
Well, what a turn of events then. You go from a 4th down and 18 conversion to the penalty that's going to give Huntington the football in good field position.
And do they mark the penalty off as well? I think they will, 15 yards. They're still talking about that, but they are going to mark off 5 yards.
Yep, so Huntington's going to take over at its own 41-yard line with 8:39 left in this first quarter. First offensive series for Gavin Locko and the junior quarterback for this Highlanders team.
I'll tell you what, I've seen illegal touching, illegal participation 2 weeks in a row now after maybe not seeing it in my whole career, I think.
One wide receiver goes to the far side for Locko. It's Noah Wainick. Two backs in the backfield, Jones and Felder. Locko out of the pistol, takes the snap, and he hands it to Amari Felder. Amari Felder puts his head down, running in between the tackles, still on his feet near midfield. Is going to be dropped just shy of midfield. Up to the 49-yard line. A good run for the junior slot back Amari Felder on first down.
Down on the bottom of the pile, the strong safety is Ty Bartram. Mike Bartram is his father. Played for the Thundering Herd at tight end, long snapper, and had about a 13-year career as a long snapper and tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Gain of 9 for Felder, 2nd down and 1. Same formation except Wainick's on the near side now as Locko takes the snap and he hands it off to Felder. Felder crossing midfield. He's got a first down. So power running on the first 2 plays for the Highlanders. 2 Amari Felder runs, and Huntington's got its first down.
Tackle that time by number 55, Cole Petrie, 6'4", 251-pounder, plays the defensive end position.
Tell you what, Amari Felder doesn't run the football too often, but when he does, he's been effective. Had a big 55-yarder a week ago to help spark the Huntington offense in the win against Capital. Only 27 carries this season, 3rd on the team. Starts out with a couple of carries here to get Huntington to the Spring Valley 48 for first down and 10. Jones and Felder still in the backfield as Locko will fake and keep it himself. Flag down on the far side of the field as Locko's thrown down at the 46. Flag came out right at the snap.
Finally taken down there by number 6. That's Jace Caldwell as the free safety for.
Too many men in the backfield for Huntington, so this is going to erase what would have been about a pickup of 2 yards for Gavin Locko, so 5 yards will move the football back into Huntington territory, 148 to another. First down and 15 now at the Huntington 48. With 7:15 and counting left in this opening quarter, no score between Huntington and Spring Valley.
The ball is basically 1st and 14, the way it was marked, back to the Huntington 48.
Locko out of the shotgun with Jones and Felder to his right. Felder goes in motion to the far side, and Locko takes the snap, handing it off to Curtis Jones, and Jones is met by a wall of white uniforms up front. He might have got a yard. First run for Curtis Jones unsuccessful as Spring Valley able to stop him, no gain.
16 Broom Booth was the player that made the start.
So
Jones,
Huntington,
no yards on that. Sorry.
second down and long. Penalties have hurt both these teams now. Well, Spring Valley had 2 good runs into Huntington territory. The drive stalls out. Huntington backed up here for second down and 15, back at its own 48. 2 wide receivers to each side for Laco, who's in the shotgun. Laco takes the snap, fakes it to Harrell out of the backfield. Will throw a screen pass. He's got Curtis Jones. He's got blockers in front of him, pushes one over. He's across midfield, back into Huntington territory, down past the 40-yard line. A good screen play set up by the Highlanders. Gets the ball down to about the 37, right near the first down marker. It's enough for a first down.
Jace Caldwell making the tackle on that play, but a nice call as they caught the Timberwolves with a little screen pass.
He did 15, got 16. Did Curtis Jones on a screen play. And makes it first down and 10 at the Spring Valley 37-yard line. 5:45 in counting in this opening quarter. 2 wide to each side for Laco. Ball in the near hash. Laco to throw, slant, pass caught. Nakian Harrell down inside the 30. He's wrestled down at the 26. And a good gain on first down on the pass from Laco to Harrell, his first completion.
Jace Caldwell, Ty Bartram on that tackle. Another first down for the Highlanders.
12th catch for Harrell this season. And he gets the Highlanders closer to the red zone. 5:20 in counting, no score. Ball still on the near hash mark here as Scout Arthur runs onto the field late. Laco, empty backfield. Will move Curtis Jones to the far side as part of the line. Now Felder comes in motion behind Laco. They'll pitch it to Amari Felder, working to the wide side, the far side. He'll be tripped up just past the 25. Gain of a few yards to about the 24. Give him 2.
Ben Turner, cornerback, makes a tackle. 7 and 7 have slammed into each other a couple of times. And he picks up enough yardage to the 23, about 4 yards on that carry.
Let's see what Huntington can do with its opening drive. Spring Valley got into the red zone, but penalties halted the drive, eventually resulted in a turnover on downs. Trips to the near side for Gavin Laco on second down and 7 from the Spring Valley 23. Laco back to pass. Under pressure, he rolls out to his right, still on his feet, throws one near side or far side. It's caught for a first down and more. Amari Felder makes the catch near the 10.
Back shoulder throw to Amari Felder. Ben Turner again makes the tackle on that play.
There might be a flag.
Might be.
Officials discussing here back at the 30. I don't see one on the field. I do see it. It's on the near side 20-yard line.
Foul was on 16, Harold, but I'm not sure what the flag was for. 5-yard penalty will wipe out that game.
I think maybe illegal touching, but Harold didn't touch the football, so.
I didn't think so.
So erase what would have been a first down play and put Huntington in the red zone and move the football back to the 28 for second down and 12. Still in Spring Valley territory at the 28. Illegal man downfield in Harold for the penalty.
Now that makes sense.
4 minutes and counting left in this opening quarter. Still no score here at Bob Sang Stadium. Laco out of the shotgun, 2 running backs to each side, and more whistles blow prior to the snap. And Billy Seals wants timeout. First timeout utilized by either coach in this first quarter, and he uses it with 3:51 left in this first quarter clock. And his team facing a second down and 12.
Well, both teams have kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit here in the first half. There was 1, 2, 3 penalties in the first drive for the Timberwolves. 2 of those by Huntington, 1 of those by the Timberwolves, and now a couple penalties. And Billy Seals wants to talk to his team a little while. Just settle them down. You know, you can be so excited about playing a game like this where, you know, there's such, it's a rival, it's a nearby school, it's, you know, kids you see at the mall, you see at the Marshall game, you see downtown at the movies. So you're hyped up a little bit for a game like this, and you can't always maintain that.
Both teams back out onto the field out of the timeout. Lonko will work out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to each side for 2nd down and 12 from the Spring Valley 28. Lonko takes the snap. He keeps it himself. A quarterback draw. He's past the 25-20. He barrels forward near the 1st down marker.
Got a nice block there by Curtis Jones. Dalton Caldwell, cornerback, makes the stop very near the 1st down.
They're going to spot him just maybe a yard short. 3rd and 1, 11-yard run for Gavin Lonko. The Highlanders will go quickly, same formation. High snap. Lonko bobbled it. He picks it up now, and he's going to be thrown to the turf back past the 25, near the 27.
Yeah, that will go against the team because of the bad snap by Max Wentz. I thought maybe they'd gotten past this, but number 2 was there in coverage for the Timberwolves, Matthew Hall, one of their linebackers. But that's painful. You take a 10-yard loss there.
Yep, it's going to make it 4th down and 11. Under 3 minutes left, Johnny Yaya on for the field goal attempt, 45 yards. His long this season's 35. Good snap, and the kick from Aya's on the way short. Might have had the angle, but he left it just a few yards short, and both teams get defensive stops. Huntington's defense holds Spring Valley, turns him over on downs. The Timberwolves return the favor, get a missed field goal.
First miss of the year, he's 4 or 5. Looked like he got under it a little bit, just kind of popped it up. Didn't really get the good foot into it, and it came up just short.
Clock's still running, 2:15 and counting left in this first quarter. Still no score. We'll see if they realize the clock's still running.
They did get the clock stopped, but
they reset it to 2:26.
I'm not sure where we should have been, but that's probably close.
So 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in this first quarter. 1st down and 10 for Spring Valley, and they'll take over at its own 20-yard line. Fouch will work out of this shotgun. 1 wide receiver to the near side, 3 bunched up on the far. As Fouch to throw, he looks to the far side. He's got a man caught. It's Ben Turner, and he's thrown out of bounds. A late hit. This is going to be a penalty, I think, against Huntington. Noah Wainick was in on the play.
Well, I thought Wainick was just riding him down on that play, but they're going to throw a flag on it.
Turner was knocked out at the 26-yard line. It would have been a pickup of 6 yards, but this will probably help move the football up the field here. It is a personal foul on Huntington. A lot of penalties in this first quarter between both of these two teams.
But, you know, they're not good penalties, if there is such a thing. They're like illegal touching, illegal receiver downfield, hitting a guy out of bounds. You just pull up. If he's going out of bounds, then Turner was going down.
So 15 yards from the spot of the end of the play moves the football up to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Fouch and the Timberwolves. He takes the snap and he hands it off to Caldwell. In between the tackles, Jace Caldwell is going to get up to the 43-yard line. He's going to get 2 yards on the run.
Bottom of the pile, Brody Sipple, number 71 on the tackle.
2 minutes and counting left in this opening quarter. No score. Both teams unable to get anything offensively on their opening drive. Spring Valley touching the football for the second time. Has a 2nd down and 8 at its own 43-yard line. Trips to the inner side for Fouch. And 1 wide receiver to the far side as Fouch to throw. Rolling out the junior. Looking downfield over the middle. He's got a man caught. And Khalif Ty lays the boom. But holding on to it was Ty Bartram for a 1st down into Huntington territory at the 45.
Good hit by Ty. Good catch by Bartram. About 12 yards on the game.
Dalton Fouch, junior quarterbacks, had a phenomenal season. Leads the Mountain State Athletic Conference in touchdowns, 3rd in passing yards, no interceptions as well. 13 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Connects with Bartram again. And it gets Spring Valley back into Huntington territory. 1:15 and counting. Fouch will send 2 wide receivers to each side. Caldwell's the back to his left. High snap, and Fouch will keep it himself running up the middle. He's going to be stuffed. James Scott was there first, no gain.
James Scott. Coach Seals will tell you that's their best defensive lineman that time. untouched on the play and hit the quarterback right at the line of scrimmage.
I wonder if that was the snap maybe affected the play call.
Yes.
It looked like Fouch wanted to hand it off, but Caldwell was too far out in front of him on the handoff.
And, I mean, Shane Roberts and Max Wentz are both experienced players. They're in the 6th game of the year, and both of them have had high snaps already in the first quarter.
2 split out wide for Fouch for 2nd down and 10 at the Huntington 45. 25 seconds and counting left in this first quarter. Fouch to throw a screen. It's caught far sideline. It's, I believe, Turner. He makes the catch. He might have got a yard on a screen play. Fouch took a long time to throw that football. He finally did, and Turner only got a yard.
Well, he had a double clutch on it, and, yeah, you can give him one. That'll make it 3rd and 9. But that's going to be the end of the first quarter.
Yep, no score at the end of one quarter between number 1 Huntington and number 8 Spring Valley. We'll take a break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family-owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavallette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavallette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com.
Back for the second quarter. No score here at Bob Sang Stadium between Huntington and Spring Valley. The Timberwolves facing a 3rd and 10 at the Huntington 45. Fouch to throw. Out of the shotgun, wants the deep ball far sideline. Thrown up for grabs, and Corbin Page has it go through his hands. It's incomplete, 4th down. Khalif Ty Jr. jumped too early, and it allowed the taller Corbin Page to make a play, and it went through his hands.
Yeah, I thought that Ty had made a real big mistake there, but Page ended up making the bigger mistake by dropping the ball.
Corbin Page, the West Virginia commit. He's a matchup nightmare for opponents, 6'6", 250 pounds. But it falls incomplete, and Spring Valley will punt. Back to receive the punt is Noah Wainick. Punting from the Huntington 45.
Bad snap.
It's back to the 35, still loose, and the punter's going to dive on it. Huntington's going to have great field position regardless. A bad snap that the punter, Crosby Short, is unable to handle. He does eventually get onto it, but not until the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't do anything with that one. It was just a terrible snap. And Short raced back and got on top of it, because if he hadn't, Donovan Garrett was ready to pick it up, scoop and score, but it's all the way down to the Spring Valley 28-yard line.
Yep, so excellent field position for the Highlanders. Can they make Spring Valley pay for the special teams mistake? Trips to the near side for Laco on 1st and 10. And movement. Noah Wainick moved before the ball was snapped, so another penalty, this one before the snap.
That is 5 penalties for minus 45 yards. Billy Steele has got to be seething on the sidelines.
So 5-yard penalty on the Highlanders will make it 1st down and 15 at the Spring Valley 33. Just 13 seconds into this second quarter. Same formation. Laco out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's under pressure, rolls out to his right, will tuck it and run himself. Runs over one defender, still on his feet, reaching for the 30. He might just be able to get to it.
Wow, he ran really hard on that play. He ran through 2 different tacklers before he's finally pulled down by number 2, Matthew Hall, the linebacker. Another high snap there from Max Wentz. Really kept that play from turning into something better. 2 yards the gain.
And Blanco only able to get to the 31, second down and 13. As we get closer to the first, or getting closer to 1 minute into this second quarter. Wainick and Harrell are the near side wide receivers. Blanco's in the shotgun. He's got Curtis Jones and Amari Felder now to his right. Ball on the near hash mark. The wide side's the far side for Gavin Blanco to his left. And he takes the snap. Blanco running up the middle. He's going to be stuffed. Good Spring Valley defense. I think they were able to throw him forward and wrap him up after maybe a gain of a yard. Third down.
16 Bruin Booth makes the stop again.
Those linebackers for Spring Valley doing an excellent job getting into the backfield. Defensive lines created holes, and the linebackers for the Timberwolves have gotten through and have not allowed Gavin Blanco any good runs. And it's 3rd and 12 at the Spring Valley 30. Huntington's gone 2 yards backwards after the special teams error by Spring Valley. 3rd and 12. Blanco to throw. In the pocket near side. He's got a man caught. Scout Arthur just shy of the 20. Down to the 21-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. 4th and 3. No decision time. Do you run I back out there? Or do you go for it on a 4th and short?
This is a shorter kick. It would be more in the range of where he's been all season at the 27, but
9:50 and counting, no score.
Or excuse me, 22.
Coach Billy Seals is going to leave the offense out there. 4th and 3 at the 21. Trips to the far side. Ball on the near hash mark. Now Arthur, the lone receiver to the near side. Blanco to throw on 4th down. In the pocket, steps up, and he's going to be sacked back at the 25. Spring Valley's defense gets another stop to save the special teams error. Huntington not able to capitalize on the Timberwolves' mistake.
Sacked by Matthew Hall, linebacker, 5'11", 200 pounds, senior. Did a great job of crashing that time and taking down Blanco back at the 24-yard line. Only a loss of 2, but a loss of the ball, mostly.
Yep, so Spring Valley will take over at its own 24-yard line. Again, this is good. Spring Valley defense has only given up 8 points over its last 2 games. Shut out Riverside on September 17th. Only gave up 8 points to a good South Charleston team a week ago. Defense comes up big on its first 2 series against that Huntington offense. So Fouch and the Wolves offense back out. 1st down and 10. Fouch to hand it off to Caldwell, still on his feet. And he's up past the 30. His forward progress will be stopped at the 30 as Huntington pushes him back toward the 25. But a good 1st down run of 7 yards.
David Bradshaw eventually brought him down. A little bit slow to get up is Garrett. He had a hold of his jersey and then slipped away from him. And he looked like he was having a little trouble with his back, but he's back up. Seems to be all right.
8:50 and counting. No score here at Bob Sang Stadium. Same formation for Spring Valley on a 2nd and 3. From its own 31. Trips to the far side. One wide receiver to the near side for Fouch, who takes the snap. A read option. He keeps it himself, and it'll be dropped. No gain.
Not much there when Tyree Smith fills the hole you're trying to run through.
So 3rd and short for Spring Valley.
Smith and Bradshaw both had a tackle here in the first quarter. That's 51 apiece for them this year. They also have 8.5 tackles for loss combined. 2.5 sacks, and 10 quarterback pressures between them.
Those two have been definitely a dynamic duo for Huntington at that linebacker position, having to fill more without the services of Jordan Price this evening. Shotgun is Dalton Fouch as he takes the snap, hands it off to Caldwell. He's met in the backfield. Speaking of the linebacker, David Bradshaw, he wraps up Jace Caldwell back to the 26, a loss of 5, 4th down.
Well, Bradshaw knew he couldn't give up a tackle for loss unless he got one. So, yeah, how about that? Those guys have played at such a high level all season. Loss of 4, I think, officially back to the 27.
Spring Valley's 3rd drive is the drive that goes 3 and out.
Now looking for a better punt snap.
Yeah. Crosby short back to punt it away. Noah Wainick standing at his own 38. 7:20 and counting. Good snap. Short takes his time and boots it away. Good kick that's going to bounce at the Huntington 43. Makes Wainick backtrack to his own 30 to field it. Wainick with it now at the 25. Tries to get the outside. He does. Up past the 30, spins forward. And he's still fighting for yardage as he's able to get to the 35, maybe the 36.
That might be the smartest return I've seen all year, though, because his fellow players did not hit anybody in the back. They didn't blindside anyone that was turning away from them. They let him run the ball back, and he ended up, although he only got 5 yards officially, Huntington could have had the ball back all the way to the 20 if he hadn't made the corner.
Yep, ran from the far sideline all the way to the near hash mark. Able to get it to the 36 for first down and 10. With 7 minutes and 2 seconds left on this second quarter clock, no score. Trips to the far side for Locko as he'll throw. No, he keeps it on a quarterback draw, nowhere to go. Spring Valley's defense is going to drop Gavin Locko in the backfield for a loss. Looks like maybe Bartram was there first for Spring Valley. It's a loss of 2.
Yeah, also in there were a couple players. 2, Matthew Hall, 32, Cody Shy, the linebackers collapsed on that play, and a loss of 2 back. Huntington's run that play 3 of the last 4 plays, and it really hasn't gone anywhere. He got 2 yards, then he got 1 yard, then he made a pass, and then he was sacked. Sacked again.
6:20 and counting. Second down and 12 for Huntington at the 34. Locko hands it off to Curtis Jones. Jones fighting for yardage as he's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage. A pickup of 2 yards, 3rd and 10.
Shy with the tackle there. So 3rd and 10 for Huntington, back to where they started. Neither team getting much going here since their first drives.
Yep.
Huntington had no first on their second drive. The Spring Valley got 1 on the Spring Valley's third drive, no first downs. Huntington's got to get 10 yards on this one.
It's been a defensive first half here in Huntington. 3 wide receivers to the far side for Gavin Locko. Ball on the near hash mark. 1 wide receiver to the near side. Locko to throw on 3rd and long. Pressure comes in the backfield. He's running for his life. Outside the pocket, roaming to his left. Sets his feet, and he finds Noah Wainick for a first down. Oh, what a play from Gavin Locko.
What a great play. Setting his feet, outrunning the defensive lineman that was putting pressure on him up the middle was number 57, was coming hard, Connor McCann. But he got set, found the runner, but then
they rolled the pass incomplete.
Wow.
From our vantage point, Wainick, it was to Wainick's back. We could only see his back. Couldn't see whether that ball maybe bounced in or whether he used the turf to make the catch, and the officials had a better angle on that far sideline on Spring Valley's side, and it's an incomplete pass, 4th down.
Both sides, though. You didn't hear any cheering over there. Spring Valley thought he caught the ball, and then Huntington, when they backed it up, were like, didn't he catch the ball? So going to get a timeout here.
Nope, delay of game. Didn't get the timeout off. And play clock was down to 0 and had run out. So 4th down and 15. Which means Huntington will have to punt it 5 yards back to the 31 now.
6th penalty on Huntington already for minus 50 yards.
Arthur to punt. Back to receive the punt is Ben Turner, the speedy wingback. It's a high punt from Arthur. It's going to bounce at the 40.
Oh, it hit
Spring Valley player. 2 players hop on it from Huntington. Let's see who comes out of the pile with the football.
And I think Spring Valley got it, but it was very fortunate that they had a lineman right there on the pile, jumped on the ball, and came up with number 32, Cody Shy.
He didn't mean to touch. He was just running down the field to help block, and the ball had ricocheted off the turf and hit him right in the side, and he was able to hop on it. Good awareness from the junior to hop on the football and keep Spring Valley with possession. They'll take over at the 35-yard line.
34-yard punt, no return.
Let's see what Spring Valley can do offensively. 5 minutes and 14 seconds left in this first half. Neither team has gotten much offensively. Both teams have moved the football, but when the 2 teams have moved the football, it's been penalties that have come back to hurt both of these squads to help keep this score at 0. None on the scoreboard as Fouch to roll out to his right and throw on first down.
Looking deep.
And he'll tuck it and run. He's up past the 35, near the 40. Had a couple of guys downfield, decided to keep it himself to gain 5 on the quarterback run.
Looked like Tyree Smith in again on Fouch as he runs the ball up over the 40 to the 41, give him 6. Corbett Page was waiting for the ball. He had one-on-one coverage with Ty again. Now that's an interesting matchup. 6'6", 251 is the senior. 5'10", 160 is Khalif Ty.
8 inches. Second and a long 4 as Fouch will hand it off to his running back. That's Booth. And Booth near the first down marker, able to work his way up to the 45.
Tyree Smith down on the bottom of the pile with the tackle. I think they tackled everybody there because Bartram was trying to block, so Smith took down both him and Caldwell.
3rd and inches.
Yeah.
The nose of the football is at the 45. You need to get just past the 45.
Officially the 44 for scoring purposes.
Yeah. So you just need to get past it to move the chain. So inches away is Spring Valley on 3rd down. 3:45 and counting left in this first half. 2 wide to each side for Dalton Fouch. Caldwell's the running back to his left. Out of the shotgun, Fouch is going to burn a timeout. Play clock was nearing 0, and Spring Valley will burn its first timeout. Both teams will have 2 left. With 3:36 left in the second quarter, we'll take a break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the Marching Knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
Good angle was 15 yards away.
Like us on Facebook. Just search ESPN Radio 94.1 FM at AM 930.
3rd and inches for Spring Valley out of the timeout. Fouch goes under center, and he's going to sneak it forward. Pile not really moving, and finally the Timberwolves trying to pushing him forward.
Initially he was pushed back. Hanging on for dear life was number 13 for Huntington, trying to make the tackle, Noah Wainick.
Let's see where they marked the football. Only needed a few inches.
That's going to be interesting, and they are going to measure.
Yep, 3:15, clock will stop.
It looks like where the stick is.
That's a first down.
He should have it, yeah. But it's closer than it should have been.
That was a long developing play, too. Usually when the pile gets kind of stood up like that, the whistles are blowing, but they will just play out, too.
And, you know, the offensive line kept pushing, and their little bit of push at the end of that play is responsible if this is indeed a first down. I think it is.
Chain gang has come out, and you have plenty of whole football for Spring Valley to move the chains to the 46-yard line. First down, Spring Valley. No score here at Bob Sang Stadium. Number 1 Huntington and number 8 Spring Valley doing battle. We've highlighted in the pregame and leading up to this one the high-powered offenses. It's been the 2 defenses so far.
So far, yeah. I guess we shouldn't be surprised by that, though. Billy Seals, Brad Dingus both set their hat on playing great defense. They like good offense and good special teams, but they want great defenses and always have.
So first down and 10 for Spring Valley at the 46. 3 minutes and counting left in this first half. Trips to the near side for Dalton Fouch. He'll throw out of the flat. It's caught Ben Turner past the 46. He makes 3 men miss, and he's up into Huntington territory down to about the 48-yard line. A good run from Ben Turner.
Scout Arthur makes the tackle, about 6 yards on the gain.
Catch and run for Ben Turner on a simple throw from Fouch into the flat. Will make it second down and a long 3 at the 48. Well, kind of right in between the 47 and 40. Need to get to the 44 to move the chains. Trips down to the far side for Fouch. Caldwell still in at running back. He's to the right of Fouch. Fouch to throw out of the flat. It's caught near the first down marker. Down past it is Turner again. And he's got a first down.
No, Waynick on the bottom of the pile that time. Short game, but effective, down to the 41-yard line, gain of 7.
And Turner, another focal point in this Spring Valley offense. 9 catches coming in for well over 200 yards. The seniors got back-to-back grabs to move the chains. 2 minutes and counting left in this first half. Spring Valley still with 2 timeouts, same for Huntington. Trips now to the near side for Fouch. And he'll hand it off to Caldwell. Down past the 35. He's still on his feet. He's tripped up by Felder at the 32-yard line. 9-yard run for Jace Caldwell.
Caldwell now 5 carries, 24 yards as the leading rusher for Spring Valley.
Minute 30 and counting left in this first half. Again, Spring Valley's only attempted 1 field goal. It was a 24-yarder, so still need to move the football a good ways before the end of this first half.
But at least it was last week.
Yes, it was last week against South Charleston, that big win. 2 wide to each side for Fouch. Minute 10 and counting. High snap. Fouch will hand it off to Caldwell. He's got a crease down past the 25-yard line. Cuts it back outside. 20-15. He's cut down after a big first down run from Jace Caldwell. They'll give him 17 yards.
Huntington's got to decide what they want their defensive line to do. Do you make the tackle on it, or do you go after the quarterback? Because the play fake is holding Huntington, and they freeze not knowing whether the quarterback has a running back. You've got to decide who's going to take one, and somebody's got to take the other.
All right, under a minute left in this first half, 50 seconds and counting. Spring Valley's in the red zone at the 15. Fouch to throw, rolling out to his right in the flat in coverage. It's caught by Bartram. Down to the 10, down. Finally, they'll bring him down at the 9. 6-yard pickup. Timeout will be called. Looks like maybe Spring Valley timeout.
Khalif Ty down there on that stop.
Looked like Huntington had a player, Woody, maybe fall down.
Started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967, has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar Convenience Stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print. KINDRED.
Spring Valley won the toss and wanted the football first. So out of the timeout, Timberwolves will have 1 left. Huntington has 2. Fouch will work out of the shotgun. Ball on the far hash mark.
Watch Corbin Page on the fade here, maybe.
Yep, he's the lone receiver to the far side. Fouch will roll out to his left, though. Sets his feet over the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown, Spring Valley. Pass was caught by Dalton Caldwell. And Spring Valley strikes first with only 30 seconds left in this first half. It's 6-0.
That was a nice pass, and it looked like that there was no coverage on Caldwell, who is not the main focus of this offense. Matter of fact, he only had 3 catches for 49 yards coming in, but one of those was for a touchdown, so very efficient.
Landon Mosser on for the extra point and is blocked.
I think maybe Amari Felder Came up the middle and got it.
So it keeps the score at 6-0 with 30.
Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is...
It wasn't so hard, but he left his feet and dove into Wainick, and that should have drawn a penalty. I mean, that's truly targeting. They didn't call it, but Booth... I mean, it was a good hit and all that, but they're supposed to call that.
Only 4 seconds go off the clock, so first down and 10 for Huntington at its own 38. Do have 2 timeouts to work with. Locko sends 2 wide receivers to each side. He'll throw, pressure coming far sideline. He overthrew Noah Wainick. One of the out route, and the 2 cannot combine to make the play. It'll be second down and 10, 22 seconds left in the first half. Huntington huddling up, trying to avoid being shut out in the first half. Would be the first time all year. Trips to the far side. Arthur, the lone receiver, to the near side for second and 10. Locko back to throw. He's still in the pocket. Plenty of time to throw. Now he'll escape running out toward his right. He's deep in his own backfield, and he'll throw it away. Did get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be third and 10.
Yeah, good job that time, and threw it toward a receiver. Wainick down the sidelines was in the area. Still 12.6 seconds left, so.
Matthew Hall, the senior linebacker, provided the pressure late on Locko. Had plenty of time in the pocket initially, but had to improvise and roll out to his right. Couldn't find anybody open, third and long. Ball still at the Huntington 38-yard line. Trips now to the near side. The ball's on the far hash mark for Gavin Locko and the Highlanders. Locko out of the shotgun will roll out to his right. It keeps it himself. Big hole for Gavin Locko down inside the 45. He's tackled at the 40. 5 seconds. Clock stops.
And Billy Seals wants timeout.
Yep, he'll sprint down the near sideline here and burn one of his 2 remaining timeouts.
Good pull that time by the front line, including 54 Josh Polly and 71 Brody Sipple pulled from the other guard, and they kind of led them up the middle. Big hole that time for the first down. Huntington's first down since their first drive.
22-yard run for Gavin Locko to the Spring Valley 40. And Coach Billy Seals and his bunch will have 1 timeout left, just 5.9 seconds, so about 6 seconds left in this first half.
4 carries, 23 yards for Locko. That long carry makes him the leader in the house on rushing the ball.
See what Huntington draws up here. Maybe a Hail Mary before the half. Probably don't have enough time to run too quick of a play to the outside or over the middle burn a quick timeout. But
you could throw it about 15 yards to maybe the middle and get a timeout and try a field goal possibly, or even a final pass to the end zone. If he has to rush it all, if he has to get on the run, then the time's going to run out.
Highlanders back out there. 5 seconds left in this first half. Locko back to throw. He steps up, looking into the end zone. It's Noah Wainick, overthrown, incomplete. Gave it a good ride. Wainick wants a flag. None are thrown.
There might have been a bump there, but I really didn't see anything that was upwards of pass interference.
Good defending by Ben Turner in the back of the end zone for Spring Valley, and the first half has come to a close here at Bob Sang Stadium. 6-0 Spring Valley in an interesting and defensive first half.
No doubt about it. I mean, a 6-0 score, I don't think anyone would have predicted that. You know, people asked me all week, what kind of game did I think it was going to be? I said, I'm pretty sure it's a good game because they're both good offenses, both good defenses, and we should get a well of a game. Well, if you like a tight battle with defensive plays, we've certainly had that for you tonight.
All right, we'll take a break. We're at the half, 6-0 Spring Valley. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Attention players, band members,
Clear. Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you. Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
Hi, my name is Connor Pritchard, and this is my story. In 6th grade, a teacher had asked me if I would be interested in doing the announcements. I ended up going to the office every day for about 2 weeks, taught me the ropes, showed me around. I know it's definitely helped with my improvisation skills, so if I need to get something on the fly or throw something into a conversation, I can integrate it a lot better. I really love doing the announcements here. It's one of my favorite things to do here at Milton Middle. It's always nice just to know that I can add a little bit of positivity. To share your story, visit cabalschools.com.
Last year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Yeager Airport is taking West Virginia to new heights, and we couldn't do it without you, our dedicated passengers. A new study says CRW has a $225 million impact on the local economy and is responsible for nearly 3,000 jobs. Flying with CRW does more than just connect you to the world. Flying with CRW puts West Virginians to work and money back into your community. Yeager Airport, your gateway to the world.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
year, impaired drivers were the cause of 32% of all fatal crashes in West Virginia. On average, there are 9,000 drivers arrested each year for driving under the influence of alcohol and other drugs. Law enforcement wants to ensure drivers are making the right decision before they get behind the wheel. So if you have a friend or loved one that is too impaired to drive, take their keys, call a cab, or find them a safe ride home. In West Virginia and surrounding states, officers want to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over.
Are you nervous? I trust Huntington Federal. I believe in them, and I think they believe in us.
There it is. Hey, David.
Well, are you both together?
We're sitting here in front of our new dream home.
Well, I think we just made your dreams come true. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
Huntington Federal, making dreams come true.
Thornhill is now your #1 destination for new and pre-owned Toyotas, plus our top-notch Toyota certified parts and service center. We're eager for this new opportunity to continue serving our local communities. Quality and support you can count on. The all-new Thornhill Toyota is here.
The need to try to be like somebody else or try to like one-up somebody else, in my generation it was keeping up with the Joneses, and I think that can be distracting, but I think that students, kind of like you were talking about earlier, I think that creating your story, that every person's unique, so like if you can tune out those other things, like there's room for you to be you and for you to do your thing, and it all fits together like a puzzle.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Let's do some movies. Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
In the history of Dutch Miller Hyundai, there has never been a better time to trade in your car. Because of major supply chain disruptions, your vehicle is worth more than it ever has been. Even if you're not looking to trade in your car, we're interested in buying your vehicle at up to 30% above fair market value. We have customers trading in their vehicles that are getting more now than they paid for it. Learn more and text or chat now at DutchMillerHyundai.com.
Come check out the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with friends and family pricing for everyone.
Looking for fair prices, professional service, and the most customer-friendly shop in the tri-state? Then Freedom Gun & Pawn in Lavalette is your kind of place. Freedom Gun & Pawn has the best selection of new, pre-owned, and vintage firearms, plus a large stock of ammo and accessories. Freedom Gun & Pawn is everything you want in a gun and pawn shop. Freedom Gun & Pawn, proud to support our local high schools and communities. Across from Food Fair in Lavalette, online at freedomgunandpawn.com. The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by TaxMasters ProBooks Plus is your tax and bookkeeping specialist. Visit TaxMastersProBookPlus.com or call 740-867-8333. Valley Health, quality care in your neighborhood. McDonald's is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. Stop by McDonald's after the game and celebrate with a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke. McDonald's. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print, kindredcom.net.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care.
Outstanding work, middle schoolers. You guys sounded fantastic. Give them a big hand. All right, this time I want to introduce the hardest working young ladies on the hill, the Huntington High cheerleaders. Tania Patterson, Jaden Chapman, Akira Watts, Anaya Johnson, Michaela Johnson, Adriana Spalding, Markayla Moore, Alyssa Smith.
Out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington. A fun, casual joint.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Have you with us here on the campus of Huntington High School. 6-0 Spring Valley. The only score, a Dalton Fouch touchdown pass to Dalton Caldwell from 9 yards out with just 30 seconds left in the first half is the only score of the first half. It was Fouch's 14th touchdown pass. He's up to 14 now this season, nearing 1,000 yards and still 0 interceptions. He's been really good in his junior season. On the other side, Huntington is blanked in the first half. What do you think works well? What does Huntington need to do offensively to move the football offensively, maybe put up some points?
Well, I'll tell you what, neither of these teams have done much. I mean, really, 18 rushes, 67 yards for Spring Valley, 6 of 8 passing, 46 yards, and the 1 touchdown of 9 yards. Total, 26 carries, or 26 plays, 113 yards total offense, 7 first downs, 2 penalties for minus 20, 1 punt for 42 yards. For Huntington, 11 for 43 rushing. That might be a season low and a half. They were 3 of 6 for 34 yards passing, so 17 plays, 77 yards. Not really that far off from Spring Valley, but 4 first downs mean you haven't been driving the ball very well, and 3 of those came on the opening drive. They've also had 6 penalties for minus 50 yards and missed a field goal from 45 yards. So mistakes for both these teams have been the big story, I think, in the first half.
This game has a feeling of what the Campbell Midland game had a feeling as well. Huntington didn't play really that well. The offense struggled, but you got the kick return for a touchdown. A couple of things go your way, a big play to Noah Wainick in that game as well. So it seems like maybe that could be something that the second half brings if Huntington wins this football game, Woody, is a couple of things go your way and you have big plays.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to take advantage of some big plays. I think they were there. They killed themselves on a couple of big plays because they were called back due to penalties. And 50 yards in penalty has been a story for this contest. I believe both teams have played pretty well except for that, because 20 penalties for Spring Valley, not really that bad.
Both teams back on the sideline. Huntington will receive the second half kickoff. Let's keep in mind what's at stake here. Obviously, Spring Valley ranked number 8. It's still relatively early. We're about at the halfway point. Huntington's number 1. A lot of points on the line, but from Spring Valley's perspective here, Woody, they've already lost to Campbell Midland. So this is another area team where you lose to both of them, you're considered the worst of the 3, and these are 3 really good teams. And on the Huntington side, you're trying to solidify your number 1 ranking and say, hey, we're the best in the area, maybe the best in the state.
Well, you kind of line up. You've got the teams on this end of the state, and you got the Kanawha Valley, then you got that great Eastern Panhandle, especially in AA. A couple teams in Morgantown are usually pretty good. Not maybe this year, but usually are pretty good, along with Bridgeport and some others there in that area. But so far it's been a year that, Huntington had been the number one since things had started, and only they can continue to be number one. They'll have to play better in the second half, and they're going to have to cut out penalties calling back when they have a positive gain.
All right, Spring Valley will kick it away right to left. Huntington to work left to right in this third quarter. Mosser boots it away. It's back to the 21-yard line. Noah Wainick calls for a fair catch. So Huntington will take over. We mentioned the number this season for Huntington in third quarters, 66-7. We'll see if that trend continues in this ball game, 66-7. In favor of the Highlanders in third quarters this season. As the Huntington offense will take over, first down and 10 at the 24-yard line. It was a big play last week early against Capital in the second half that helped ignite the Huntington offense and propel the Highlanders to its fifth win. We'll see what happens to start this second half with Huntington down 6. Locko out of the shotgun, hands it to Curtis Jones. There's a big run up the 35-40, and he's thrown out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Ben Turner got him out of bounds.
Well, a good first play. I mean, Curtis Jones not necessarily thought of as a breakaway back, but at 6'2", 205, he is a strong runner, and that's a big gain.
Yep, 18 yards for Curtis Jones. Moves the football up to the 42. Locko out of the shotgun. Has trips to the near side. That's the wide side. Locko will keep it himself on an option play. Gets past one defender. And it'll be tackled at about the 43-yard line. A gain of a yard. Second down and 9.
Bartram comes up with the tackle. Yes, that is Mike Bartram's son. Mike joined Coach Huff's staff at Marshall and is building a home. They're living over in Ohio right now, but they're building a home in the Spring Valley area. So his son has been an absolute wonderful addition to the Spring Valley team.
Second down and 9 at the Huntington 43. The running back's Jones to the left of Locko, who's in the shotgun. Locko takes the snap, hands it to Jones. In between the hash marks, Curtis Jones runs forward and up to the 49-yard line. Give him 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Man on the bottom of the pile, 57, Connor McCann, 6 foot, 280-pound junior.
Minute into this third quarter, 6-0 Timberwolves. Huntington facing a 3rd and 3. Need to get to the Spring Valley 48. Ball sitting at the Huntington 49. 2 wide receivers to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield, both to the right of Locko, who's in the shotgun. Locko takes the snap, keeps it himself, running right. In between the hash marks, fights forward. He's got a first down.
Well, he was trying to spin, and Bartram went with it, but the spin threw him ahead of the sticks all the way down to the 45-yard line, so a 6-yard gain.
So 2 first downs on this drive for the Highlanders, able to get the ball into Spring Valley territory now for first down and 10 at the 45, 10-15 and counting. Locko and the Highlanders break the huddle. Wainick and Harrell go to the near side. Ball is on the near hash mark. Felder and Jones both to now the left of Locko. They shift that way for first down and 10. Locko out of the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He's got a hole, a pass down past the 43 to the 41-yard line before he's eventually pushed back. He'll get 4, 2nd and 6.
Number 2, Matthew Hall, the linebacker, leading the charge there. Good gain on first down, though.
A lot of running from Huntington here to start this second half. Locko and the offense yet to throw the football.
Well, I think they kind of got away from the running in the first half. Just 11 rushes is a low total for this Huntington team.
Average about 157 yards total as a team this season. 9:20 and counting, 2nd and 6. Locko out of the shotgun, hands it off to Felder. Felder's got a hole down past the 35. He's still on his feet, and he's dragged down at the 29-yard line.
Don't anybody step on the official's glasses. Because the umpire got swept up in that play.
That's the second time. Dalton Fouch ran into the umpire in the first half, and now the whistles are going to blow. We're going to stop the clock at 9 minutes and 10 seconds for the official that lost his glasses in the middle of the pile there.
Yeah, number 16 made the tackle. Bruin Booth, he wasn't listed as a starter, but he's made a number of plays tonight.
12-yard run for Amari Felder.
Felder's been the most effective back. That's just 4 carries for 28 yards.
Clock stops at 9 minutes and 10 seconds as the official being helped out here on the near side now. He's going to walk over.
Yeah,
Took a hit.
I mean, he did. He ran right into Felder, who had Bruin on his back as they crashed into the umpire. They took him down. The glasses went one way, the hat went another. So, sports medicine group at Huntington going to take him over the bench and talk to him a little bit here.
So we're going to have a 5-man crew here for at least the rest of this drive, it seems.
Yeah. Somebody steps up in the middle as the umpire, and that means there's only one guy deep in the defensive backfield now also.
Yep. 9:05 and counting now. Gavin Locko in the Huntington offense at the Spring Valley 29. 2 wide receivers to the near side for Locko, who takes the high snap. He hands it off to Curtis Jones in between the tackles. Jones fights forward, and he's able to get to the 26-yard line. Give him 3.
Nice tackle there by Corbin Page, 6'6", 251 pounds, senior. He is already committed to West Virginia University. He'll join a group of 4 or 5 Timberwolves who are up there with the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Kreisen Malashevich, Doug Nestor transferred from Virginia Tech, Wyatt Milam. Both those guys, Nestor and Milam, offensive linemen. 2 wide receivers to the far side for Locko on 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself on a draw play. Runs into one of his linemen, still on his feet, fighting forward. He's still charging forward, and he's down past the 15 to the 13-yard line. Wasn't a pretty run, but it'll work for a gain of 14.
Hanging on for dear life was number 32, Cody Shy, the linebacker in the middle. But that was a great run. He bounced off a couple of tacklers to turn it in to a run all the way down. Yeah, it's between the 18 and 17. I'll give him the 17, I think. Or no, make it the 13, excuse me.
Huntington in the red zone. 1st down and 10 at the Spring Valley 13. 2 wide receivers to the far side for Locko. He's in the shotgun. And he takes the snap. He hands it off to Curtis Jones, and Jones is met immediately. Good tackle made by Spring Valley. It was Cody Shy to make the stop after a gain of maybe a yard for Jones. 2nd and 9.
Jones has found tough sledding. That's 6 carries for 35 yards in the game. Right now, Gavin Locko leads everybody with 8 carries for 48 yards. 4 carries, 28 yards for Felder.
7:20 and counting, 6-0 Spring Valley, but Huntington's knocking on the door here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9 at the Timberwolves' 12-yard line. All running plays on this drive, and Locko will work with an empty backfield. 3 wide split out to the far side. 2 tight ends in the game. Locko keeps it himself running left. Flag down. He's still running forward down past the 10-yard line to about the 7, but there is a flag back at the 12.
Number 2 in on the tackle was Matthew Hall, the linebacker.
Flag was thrown relatively early in the run for Locko. An illegal shot block below the waist, so this will move the football back.
Well, that's a tough call there. You were in great shape on 3rd down and short.
Clock stops momentarily at 6 minutes and 54 seconds. So what was a play at 2nd down and 9 at the 12-yard line moves the football back to the 26. So about a 15-yard penalty. It's going to make it 2nd down and 24. Again, penalties.
It's a costly one. It's been all night. That's been the number 1 problem for this team. That's 7 penalties for minus 65 yards.
See if Huntington can get the yardage back. 2nd and 23. Ball at the 26. Need to get to the 3-yard line to move the chains. Locko with an empty backfield, same formation. He's back to pass. 4-man rush from Spring Valley. Locko over the middle. Pass broken up, incomplete. Maybe a bit of a high throw for Amari Felder to handle. He got hit as he tried to haul the pass in. It falls incomplete, 3rd and long.
Yeah, Ben Turner with the pass break up, although I think it was more on Felder's end than it was on Turner hitting him.
So 3rd and 23, 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in this third quarter, 6-0 Spring Valley. In a situation here, Woody, maybe you just try to get half this yardage back and then send II out for a field goal and get something out of this opening drive.
Well, every time I say go for the first down, they go for a touchdown. So
here we go.
Let's see.
Locko out of the shotgun to throw on 3rd and 23 over the middle. Ball is incomplete. Wanted Felder over the middle of the field. Felder was at the 1-yard line. A low throw from Locko. That falls incomplete, 4th down.
It was close to interference. The safety backer, Jace Caldwell, was right on top of Felder, but Felder didn't come up yelling, so I think the ball bounced just a little bit in front of him.
6:24 left, and Billy Seals is going to run out his kicking unit again. Johnny Aya's missed from 45. This is going to be about a 42, 43-yarder.
Yeah.
As long as 35. Good snap. The hold is down. Aya's kicks on the way. It hit the upright. No good.
Hit the right upright. We were talking about in the pregame.
About Miami, Virginia.
About Miami and Virginia last night. There is no sound that is so desolate to you on the sideline as your kicker hitting it upright.
Looked to have the distance to be good.
Plenty of distance.
But just missed it out toward the right, and Spring Valley's defense gets yet another stop, but it's helped by the big penalty. The block below the waist pushes Huntington outside the red zone, and it's resulted in another missed field goal. So the score remains 6-0, 6:21 left in the third.
Yeah, being short is one thing, but hitting it with a good leg and then having it hit that upright is just a killer.
So Spring Valley takes over, 1st down and 10 at the Huntington 20. Dalton Fouch will come out in the shotgun. Caldwell's to his left as the running back, and the officials are going to burn a timeout. They're going to burn their own timeout here.
I
don't know what that was about.
An equipment problem, I think, is what they're sending him out for.
Sent Kyrell Lewis, the junior wide receiver, to the sideline. So, it must have been something of that nature. Corbin Page back in there on the far side. Trips to the far side for Fouch. And he'll throw on 1st and 10. And the pocket is now going to have to escape. Rolling out to his right on the run, looking downfield. Pass is caught at midfield. And still on his feet is Ty Bartram. No, it's Ben Turner. And the speedy Ben Turner is going to score.
No flags anywhere back here. Pretty pass by Fouch. Turner went up between 2 Huntington defenders, made the catch.
It's going to be an 80-yard score, but there is a flag, Woody, back at the 12.
Wow. All the way back. Yeah, I didn't see that in that sea of players back there.
The flag was thrown near where the ball was thrown by the quarterback, Fouch. What a pass, though, from the junior. Rolling out to his right, finds Ben Turner, who escapes 2 defenders and takes it 50 yards from where he caught it to the house. But
well, you've got to think this penalty has got to be on Spring Valley, or, Huntington's going to call it, take it back, no matter what.
The officials still discussing here. Both teams just standing at midfield. 6:05 left in the third. Here's the call here. There's a hold on Spring Valley. That's going to bring the play back. There's also a personal foul on Huntington.
Cole Petrie, 55, is the guy called for the hold.
So offsetting penalties, Woody. Unnecessary roughness on Huntington, a hold on Spring Valley. They'll offset and will replay 1st down and 10. So wipe out the 80-yard score.
Did you happen to catch the number? I did not catch the number.
Not on the Huntington unnecessary roughness.
So
I don't know if they mentioned a number.
Still going to be 1st and 10 and 20. Yeah. That play just goes away. That was an awful nice pass, and an even better run by Turner, catching it between 2 defenders. Looked like it was maybe Felder and Waynick, 2 of the better tacklers in the secondary. But he had a head of steam and just pulled away from them quickly.
Trips to the near side for Spring Valley as the Timberwolves try to reset after the offsetting penalties. Fouch out of the shotgun will take the high snap, and he fakes it, throwing over the middle. He overthrew Ben Turner. It was an RPO play on a slant pattern to Turner. High throw from Fouch that falls incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Another high snap, though, from Shane Roberts. He and Max Wentz of Huntington have both had a shaky night snapping the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. A couple of passes from Spring Valley to start its first drive of the second half. It was effective on the ground, helped get them their only score. Same formation for Fouch. Caldwell still in the game at running back. He's to the left of Dalton Fouch, who's in the shotgun. And Fouch takes the snap. He'll keep it himself on an option play, and Huntington was all over it. They're going to drop Fouch in the backfield for maybe a loss.
10 and 11. Bradshaw and Smith, they're like a couple of riverboat gamblers. They just make plays.
Maybe a loss of a half of a yard. It's going to be a long 10 for Spring Valley. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, officially we'll give it a 0, but yeah, backwards a little bit, not much, but they hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
5:25 in counting in a 6-0 game in favor of Spring Valley. The Wolves offense facing a 3rd and 10. Trips to the near side for Dalton Fouch, who's in the shotgun. The junior takes the snap. Huntington brings blitz over the middle. Pass is high and incomplete. Second time Fouch on this drive is going to miss a man over the middle high. It was Bartram that time that can't haul it in. It's 4th down.
Yeah, 11 there defensively was David Bradshaw. Gave Bartram a little bump as the ball just went too high. So from an 80-yard touchdown to a 4th down punt, Huntington's got to feel lucky on that series.
Much of the same again, though, in the second half, Woody. Huntington was at the 9-yard line, backed up because of a penalty. Spring Valley has a 80-yard touchdown erased off the scoreboard because of a penalty. So Crosby short to punt it away, 5-10 and counting now. Good snap in. Short gets it away. Wainick back at his 42 makes the catch. Approaching midfield, still on his feet, eludes one defender down past the 45. He's still on his feet, 40-35, breaks another tackle, and he's finally slinged to the turf at around the 31.
Touchdown saving tackle, I believe number 5 there. Jamison Smith came up with a saver because he just about spun out of everyone else's hold. A great run back that time. Well, no, Wainick's just done it all year. I mean, Billy Seals calls him his dog. He's always ready to hunt. He's always ready to play. He's always ready to make a big play for this team.
25-yard return for Wainick. I'll say he stepped out at the 33. So Huntington's got excellent field position with 4:55 left in this third quarter, trailing by 6. Again, had good field position on the bad snap on the punt. Took over at the Spring Valley 27. Now you're at the 33. See if you can cash it in on the short field. 3 wide to the far side for Laco. Ball on the near hash mark. He's in the pistol. Laco claps his hands. He'll throw. Far side. Pass caught. Nakian Harrell. He's down past the 30. Harrell breaks it out wide to the 25. 2 flags fly in. Harrell still on his feet. He works it back toward the middle of the field. And if he's finally knocked down. And another flag. That might have been a hit. A lead hit on Harrell, too.
Finally, Corbin Page made the final tackle on this play. I'm not even guessing with all the flags that flew on that play. I think all 5 officials threw their flag.
I think the first one was near where Noah Wainick was blocking for Harrell. That's probably a hold. And the second one was relatively toward the end of the play. Might be a late hit on Harrell's run. We'll see, though.
No, Wainick is actually talking to the official. We are back to 6 officials, which is good to be able to say.
Clock stops again at 4 minutes and 42 seconds here in the third. The officials continue to have a conference near the 20-yard line about the multiple flags on the field. They're picking their flags up, so we'll wait for the call here. Huntington's marching back. A legal block on Huntington. A legal block and a hold on Huntington, so both flags were on the Highlanders. The first illegal block was declined, the holding penalties accepted, so the ball is back to the 33, so just keep it first and 10.
The gain was 10 on the play then, and 10 on the penalty. Takes it away.
Yep, just erase it again. Trips to the near side for Locko. 1st and 10. Ball on the far hash mark. Locko takes a snap, hands it to Felder. He's met immediately in the backfield. Well defended by Spring Valley.
That's the first time that play's been stopped all day. A really good job inside there. Number 2 loses his helmet in the effort, and that is Matthew Hall, the linebacker. Don't hear a lot of talk about their linebackers. Cody Shaw and Matthew Hall are very, very busy there in the interior. Loss of about to the 33, so
maybe
actually,
a yard.
Yeah, no gain, maybe.
2nd and 10. 4 minutes and counting left in this third quarter. 6-0 Spring Valley. Ball still on the far hash mark for Gavin Locko, who's in the shotgun. He takes the snap over the middle, pass caught. Noah Wainick. He's down past the 30, spins past one tackler, and he'll be brought down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They'll give him about 5 yards, 3rd and 5.
32, Cody Shaw, the other linebacker, 6 foot, 216-pound junior, hanging on for dear life as Wainick putting the spin move on again.
Could be 4-down territory for the Highlanders. Missed a couple of field goals that have been from 40-plus yards out. Only need 5 yards to move the chains. 2 wide to each side for Gavin Locko. His running back's Curtis Jones to his right. Locko out of the shotgun to throw. Near side pass caught by Harrell, and he's thrown to the turf near the 1st down marker.
Yeah, Bartram hit him at about the 1st down marker and then threw him backwards. And it's very close to the 1st down at the 33. It's just maybe a half foot or so.
Yep, 4th and about a yard at the Spring Valley 23. 2:45 and counting. The offense is still on the field.
3 catches for 24 yards for Harrell in the game.
Locko races back into the huddle after getting the play call. 8 on the play clock.
Yep.
Down to 5. Locko gets to the line, and we have a timeout. Spring Valley wants to burn a timeout on a 4th and short. It stops the clock at 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Seems like a big play in this football game.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
A new day begins. And what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market, Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
They seem important, maybe. Good crowd on hand.
Yes, it is.
Not a lot to cheer for unless you're a defensive fan. Crowd going to try to get involved here and help Huntington get a yard to move the chains. 4th and 1 out of the timeout. Locko out of the pistol. Will keep it himself on a quarterback run. Flags fly. Locko's got a 1st down. He's down past the 15, 10, 5. He reaches for the goal line. Touchdown, Huntington. There is a flag, though, back at the line of scrimmage.
Usually a flag at the line of scrimmage is either offsides or illegal procedure, legal motion.
Legal motion.
Huntington. They are their own worst enemy tonight.
5 yards back, it'll be 4th and 6. Penalties continue to kill the Huntington Highlanders in this matchup with Spring Valley.
4th and 6 at the 28, and both teams have had a touchdown taken down now here in the second half. 80-yard pass from Fouch to Turner, and now a 23-yard run by Gavin Locko.
All right, Huntington will have to do it again on 4th down.
8 penalties. Minus 70 yards.
2:20 left in the third. 4th and 6 at the Spring Valley 28. Locko out of the shotgun. 2 running backs to each side of him. And he'll take the snap and throw. Over the middle he wants Waynick. Waynick climbs the ladder and makes the catch down to the 10, and a flag flies in near the play. Might be pass interference on the defense. It won't matter. Waynick made the play.
I think maybe a hold on number 7 was back in defense that time, Ben Turner.
Noah Waynick made a Sports Center-like highlight play last week. It was number 2 last Friday night. That one might be up there with it.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
It is pass interference. What a big throw from Locko to Waynick. When in doubt, throw it to your big 6'2" senior wide receiver to move the chains.
So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 10 now.
Ball is just shy of the 10. Those are the footballs on the 10.
Well, the way the chain looks,
might be able to get it to the half-yard line to move the chains.
I'm not sure the chain's where it should be. It's more toward the 11 than the 10.
So 1st and 10, we'll stay at the 11-yard line. Wildcat formation here for the Highlanders. Direct snap to Nakin Harrell running right. He's still on his feet, spins away from a tackler, and is finally brought down near the 8-yard line. Pickup of 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
He's tackled by number 6, Jace Caldwell, the free safety. Harrell has been a fairly effective runner this year. He hasn't gotten a lot of chances. Picked up about 3 there, so 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 8.
Minute 25 in counting. Huntington trailing by 6 points, but knocking on the door in the red zone. Highlanders have been here multiple times, haven't been able to take advantage of good field position, but 8 yards away from doing so. Locko out of the shotgun for 2nd down and 7. He takes the snap. He hands it off to Curtis Jones. Jones lowers his shoulder, and he's down to the 3-yard line. 5 more yards, 3rd and 2.
That time Caldwell got some help from Ty Bartram on making the stop. Looked like if Jones had cut to the left, however, he had a lane there, but he gets down to the 3, so it's they can get a 1st down at the 1.
So 3rd down and 2 at the 3, 38 seconds and counting. Harrell will come out of the game. Felder back in for 3rd and short. Probably the final play of the 3rd in a 6-0 game. Ball on the near hash mark, heavy set. Locko's in the pistol. Waynick's the lone receiver to the near side. High snap, Locko handles it. He hands it to Felder. Felder's met immediately for a loss. Cody Shy bursts through the line to make the stop, 4th down.
I'll tell you what, the play was there that they wanted to run, and the hole was open, and Shy got off of the blocker and got into the backfield and made that stop. I mean, Felder had to think this was an easy touchdown till Cody Shy turned it into a 2-yard loss.
We've played 3 quarters of football here at Bob Sang Stadium. The Huntington Highlanders offense faces a 4th and 3 at the Spring Valley 4-yard line in a 6-0 ball game. We'll wait and see what Huntington does to start the 4th quarter next.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
Our bank just sold our mortgage to a company I've never even heard of before.
I didn't understand that was something that could happen. This is an out-of-state company. Well, this isn't a decision we would have made.
Looks like our bank made it for us.
At Huntington Federal, we never sell the mortgages of those who've entrusted us with something as important as the financing of their home.
Now what do we do?
I'm going to get online and apply for a new Huntington Federal mortgage today.
Huntington Federal. Local then, local now.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
So you're going to try to punch this in.
More than ink on paper.
Well, I guess they feel like it's,
Highlanders football
not his
now
night.
On ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Back for the 4th quarter, Andrew Rogers and Woody Rudrum, glad to have you with us. 4th and 3 at the Spring Valley 4 for the Highlanders offense to start the 4th. Locko out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it to Jones. Jones puts his shoulder down, and Spring Valley thinks they've got him short of the goal line.
Cody Shy had him at about the 3-yard line, picked up a couple, but not enough.
Spring Valley will take over. The Timberwolves get a 4th down stop at the 2-yard line. Jones needed 3. He got 2. Penalties won't hurt Huntington on this drive. That's a stingy Spring Valley defense that's played really well. It's been aided by penalties. That time makes up for those and gets an excellent stop to give the offense back the football.
Huntington can keep them backed up there. They can get good field position on an exchange of punts, but they've got to stop the Timberwolves here backed up against the shadow of their own goal.
Yep, at the 2-yard line. One wide receiver to the far side. Fouch is under center. Trying to get him a couple of yards here to work with. Fouch will hand it off to Bartram running left. He jumps over one defender, and Bradshaw knocks him out of bounds up past the 5-yard line near the 9. Good run to get Spring Valley some yardage and some breathing room.
The end around has worked for them all night. It hasn't broken for a long play, but it's been there for a ground eater out of 1st down, 2nd down. He gets all the way up to about the 10-yard line.
We'll give them 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Another heavy formation here for the Timberwolves. One wide receiver to the far side. Fouch still under center. 2 slot backs to each side for Fouch, who lost the football on the snap. Huntington thinks they have the football. We'll wait for the signal. And who came out with it? Still waiting for the officials to untuck the pile. It's Huntington football.
And down on the bottom of the pile is Tyree Smith. Comes up with a fumble recovery for Smith. That is his first of the season. Couldn't come at a better time than that.
Only the 2nd time Woody Dalton Fouch has gone under center in this football game. Everything else has been taken out of the pistol, the shotgun, and a bad exchange between his center Roberts and Fouch results in the ball falling loose, and the Highlanders take over at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal. Can Huntington make the Timberwolves pay for the turnover? Locko rolling out to his left, keeps it himself. He's past the 7, spinning forward. Another spin. He fights, and he'll be brought down at about the 3-yard line. A good hard-nosed run from Gavin Locko for 6 yards.
Holding on for life was number 2 back there in the secondary. That is Matthew Hall. That spin move has been pretty effective for Huntington. He picks up 6 on that first run.
Approaching 1 minute into this 4th quarter, it's still 6-0 Spring Valley. The only points in the game, a late score in the 2nd quarter. Touchdown pass from Dalton Fouch to wide receiver Dalton Caldwell. Huntington trying to change that at the 3. 2nd and goal. Play clock down to 8. 3 wide receivers to the near side for Locko, who's in the shotgun. Locko takes the snap, hands it to Jones. Jones fighting for the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Huntington. The 2nd effort for Curtis Jones gives him his 4th rushing touchdown this season, and it ties the football game at 6.
My goodness. 10:41 to play and a tie ball game now. You had to figure that a turnover would probably be involved in one way or the other in this game.
Johnny Yai on for the extra point. Good snap. The hold is down. The crucial extra point is good. And the Huntington Highlanders take advantage of the Spring Valley fumble and take the 7-6 lead. 10:41 left in the 4th. We'll take a break. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.
Started as the Parmar Oil Company in 1967, has grown into 116 convenience stores in 4 states. Parmar convenience stores offer monthly product specials and grab-and-go items. Located just down the street from where you live, Parmar stores are all about being your above-par convenience store. If you don't have a Parmar store near you now, you will soon. Parmar convenience stores, neighbors serving your community and making life a little bit easier every day.
Reggie Bush used to eat breakfast somewhere else, but then he tried Wendy's breakfast.
Hey! Are those fresh eggs for me?
He's become a really big fan of Wendy's breakfast.
It's always bacon season over here. Tyler, please sign this for me. You the man, Tyler? Keep killing those breakfast sandwiches. I appreciate you.
I will. Don't sell that online.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Select breakfast croissants, now $1.99.
This is Huntington Highlanders football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Huntington to boot it away, up a point, 7-6, 10:41 left in the fourth. II with a high kick to the far hash mark. It's fielded at the 13 by the return man,
Jace Caldwell.
Up the far sideline. He's still on his feet past the 25. He'll be brought down out of bounds near the 30. They'll spot the football at the 31. Good return for Caldwell of 18 yards. And Spring Valley's offense now trailing. And will take over with pretty good field position with 10:32 left in the fourth.
Tackle by Deidre Graves, the freshman running back. So what a change in this game.
Yep, the turnover, the difference. Spring Valley's defense gets the big stop on a 4th and 3 at the 4th and 2 at the 3. Then the offense proceeds to turn it over 2 plays later on a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback. Huntington cashed it in for 6, and the extra point to give the Highlanders 7. Fouch to throw out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Looking downfield over the middle. Pass is underthrown. It's picked off. Amari Felder with the interception on the first play. So back-to-back plays for Spring Valley's offense. Both turnovers. Felder's second INT of the year and Fouch's first thrown interception this year.
And there was a hold on the play as well, which didn't get called. James Scott got pulled down by his jersey nearly off of his body. He just got to the sidelines as he picked everything back up. But 10th interception of the season for this Huntington secondary.
Khalif Ty leading the way with 4. That's 10 interceptions in what is now Huntington's 6th game this season. So the offense back to work with 10:25 left. 1st and 10 for the Highlanders at their own 36. Locko to throw, play action, and Felder got hit hard. The ball is loose. Was it a backward pass? No. Incomplete.
That was an incomplete pass, I was going to say.
No official really made a signal immediately. That's why Spring Valley tried to hop on the football.
And the guy that was trying to get the ball back is number 11, Dalton Caldwell. He's the guy that fumbled it on the other play, or couldn't knock down the interception. And I mean, there was no question that was a forward pass, and a tackle knocked the ball loose. I did.
So officially an incomplete pass. So 1st or 2nd down and 10.
Yeah.
At the 36.
I mean, you could see the ball coming out of there as he was trying to get a hand on it. So good job by Caldwell, though, trying to come up with the fumble.
Trips to the far side for Gavin Locko. Ball is on that far hash. Locko to throw, but the play is blown dead. A flag. Play clock was only at 7, so it's not a delay of game. Someone might have moved up front maybe for Huntington prior to the snap. Tell you what, these officials have been busy. It's offsides against Spring Valley. Or no, offsides on Huntington.
Against Huntington.
Someone lined up offside.
They're saying they did, but the receiver is saying again, look, I looked at the guy on the sideline. He told me I was okay. I mean, offsides is almost never called on the offense.
So 2nd down and 15, back to the 31. Locko to throw. Here comes the rush, and he's going to be tripped up initially. Finally, he's able to throw it away. Does get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd down.
Caldwell's over here trying to get a short of the line call now.
Spring Valley rushed 6, and Locko really had no chance to look downfield because of the quick pressure applied by Spring Valley. It'll be 3rd down and 15 with 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Back at the 31 of Huntington's. Be a big stand for Spring Valley. If you can force this Huntington offense into a 3-and-out to get your offense back to football. 3rd and 15. Locko out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the far side. He's back to pass. Under pressure, it's a screen play to Jones, and he's got a ton of room. Up past the 40, 45 at midfield. He's down inside the 45. A big call from Coach Billy Seals in the offense. A screen play that Spring Valley did not see coming.
Yeah, C.J. Crawford does a great time. They've ran the screen very efficiently tonight, 2 or 3 times. It's popped for big yardage. Max Wentz was downfield blocking. Pauly was downfield blocking. 71 was end of the game for Huntington. Brody Sipple was downfield blocking. And now I believe we've got a timeout taken.
Yep, an injured Highlander on the near side here. It's a 29-yard pickup for Curtis Jones. Hard to tell.
A new day begins. And what happens today must be covered, reported, and passed on to everyone in the region we serve. We are journalists, staff writers, editors, storytellers. Who are we? We are HD Media, trustworthy and always here for the times we live in.
The Marshall Orthopedics High School Game of the Week, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute, is brought to you in part by Jason W. Elkins at Elkins State Farm Agency. Jason can help you find coverage that works for you. Jason W. Elkins, State Farm Agent, 4346 5th Street Road, Huntington. The Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to drive sober or get pulled over. And KINDRED Communications, radio, digital, events, print. KINDRED
coming in, he'd only caught 6 for 90. So doing a good job of running those screens tonight.
Locko in the offense back in Spring Valley territory. 9:55 and counting. Locko out of the shotgun, hands it off to Felder. Felder's met immediately. What a play in the backfield by the linebacker Cody Shy.
I'll tell you what, Cody Shy has been a wild man here in the last 10 minutes of this game. He's made a number of big hits. That one a loss of about 2 yards, and he was on Felder before he'd hardly gotten the ball handed to him. Great play.
Yeah, Felder didn't have enough time to look upfield, and that's when he saw the white jersey of Cody Shy.
So 2nd and 12 now, back at the 44.
Clock still running. 9:15 and counting with the Highlanders up 7-6. 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Locko's in the shotgun for 2nd and 12. And he'll throw, rolling out to his left. Now spinning forward. He's tripped up, stays on his feet, though, and finally will be brought down past the 45. He's able to get to the 40.
Really good decision that time. Everybody was covered up. He had some pressure coming from the backside. Number 55, Cole Petrie, was all over him pressure-wise, so he took the run and got back to the 40, so gain of 4.
Yep, 3rd and 8 for the Highlanders, 8:30 and counting. Left in this ball game.
16 Bruin Booth made a stop again. He's had a very active night on the defense.
Trips to the far side for Locko. Ball in the near hash for 3rd and 8. Locko to throw, looking near sideline. Wainick's there. Did he tiptoe his feet in? The official's running and says yes, he did. That's a first down, too.
What a great catch over there. You know, didn't know how good his one-handed catch was last week. Watching it live, we couldn't see it was one-handed.
Yep.
That was sensational. He tiptoed the line to get the first down.
Moves the football down to the 28. A big 12-yard pickup on 3rd and 8. Keeps that clock running. And it's 1st and 10. Locko out of the shotgun, hands it off to Felder, and Felder's met immediately. Again, that Spring Valley front's done an excellent job. There is a flag.
57 made a tackle.
It was Connor McCain.
Yeah, and we'll see what the call is.
It's on Spring Valley, personal foul.
Face mask that time. So either Petrie or McCann got a hold of the face mask that time trying to make the tackle. It didn't look like to me there was anything really it was quick.
Yeah.
But the official could see it better than us, and had that call all the way, moves the ball all the way to the 14-yard line.
1st and 10, Huntington 7, Spring Valley 6. We're under 8 minutes left in this ball game. Huntington back in the red zone, trying to add to its lead. Locko out of the pistol, will hand it off to Felder. Felder has nowhere to go. That Spring Valley front seven's done an excellent job on this drive. Shy again.
That play has not worked. And it's 4 plays in a row that Felder has either gone for 0 or minus yardage, -1 on that one. He's gone from 28 yards rushing back to 21 yards rushing.
2nd down and 11, 7:25 and counting. Highlanders in the red zone. Locko and the offense break the huddle. 2 wide receivers to each side. Felder still in at running back. He's to the right of Gavin Locko. Locko to throw out of the shotgun on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket, steps up, eludes one defender. He's still on his feet past the 15. He's down inside the 10. And it'll be tripped up near the 6-yard line. Short of a first down. It'll be 3rd down.
Number 2 tripped him up at the 10-yard line. A good play there by Hall, but he managed to keep on his feet all the way to the 6. So a pickup of 9.
There is a white jersey shaking up that Spring Valley. It looks like maybe Caldwell is shaken up near the 5-yard line. It stops the clock with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in this 4th quarter.
Well, you've got to like having a 3rd down and 2 at the 6-yard line. That kind of opens up the playbook for you. Huntington has, if you just, this reminds me of the Midland game where, they've just been hanging around. Of course, they've played better defense than they did in that game, holding this team to only 1 touchdown. Both teams have had a touchdown called back tonight. 9 penalties for minus 75 yards on Huntington. 3 penalties, minus 35 yards against Spring Valley. So, I think all in all, it's been a pretty even night. Chase Caldwell walking back, but that doesn't look like the way you'd like a running back to be moving. Or, no, that's his brother, isn't it? That's 11, Dalton.
Yeah.
Caldwell, okay.
A little gimpy walking to the sideline.
He was banged up on that play for sure.
Huntington's done an excellent job, too, Woody, with the football. Offensively, when possessed it for a lot of time. Think about Spring Valley's last 2 offensive drives. 2 plays, the fumble, 1 play, the pick. And now Huntington's got it at the 6-yard line, actually the 7 for 3rd and 2. Need to get to the 5. Locko out of the pistol. Claps his hands, takes the snap, hands it to Felder. He's tripped up, and the ball came out. It's still loose, and the Timberwolves have it. Oh, Felder got tripped up initially, did not hold on to the football.
32
Spring
shy
Valley
again.
Got it.
And we've got to give him the forced fumble on that play as well. As the fumble recovered by the defensive team. Huntington had a chance there. Even if they were short on yardage, they could have kicked.
Yep.
The field goal would have given them a 4-point lead. But 6:42 back in the hands.
Turnovers. That's been the story so far in now this second half. 2 from Spring Valley. Huntington's cashed one of them in for a touchdown, and that's why the Highlanders have the lead. See if Spring Valley can return that favor. As that Timberwolves defense gets a stop. Does not have great field position, though. Back at the 9-yard line for 1st down and 10. With 6:42 left in the ball game. Fouch sends 3 wide receivers to the far side, and a man in motion goes Caldwell. He'll get the pass from Fouch. It was a backwards pass. Caldwell's got plenty of room up past the 10 and up to the 15-yard line. Might have got a few more yards as well. Started his catch and run at about the 2-yard line.
I believe somebody down for Huntington now. Maybe one of the tacklers on the play. Felder coming up slow. There was a flag back at the 5-yard line, so you got to think maybe that's against the offense.
Ball for now was spotted at around the 17-yard line, but the official is about to make the call. It's a hold on Spring Valley, so half the distance to the goal is going to put this football right around the 4 or 5-yard line. Penalty.
Yeah, after 9-yard gain on that 1st down, then you get the penalty. And they hadn't made a lot of penalty problems in the early part of the game, but now they're trying to catch up with Huntington, it looks like. All the way back to the 2-yard line, is it?
Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 2.
Yeah.
I guess where the flag was thrown near the 5, half the distance from there.
I guess so.
Trips to the far side for Fauci, standing in his own end zone. He hands it off to Caldwell, who bursts through the initial line of scrimmage and fights for maybe 1.5 yards, maybe 2 at the most.
Hit by Brody Sipple as soon as he got in the backfield.
6:10 and counting. Again, Spring Valley's got 2 timeouts, Huntington 3. Timberwolves backed up all the way to the 4-yard line. 2-yard run, 2nd and 14. Need to get all the way out to the 19 to move the chains. Fauch continues to stand in his own end zone in the shotgun. Trips to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side. Caldwell's is back to the left. And Fauch to throw out of his own end zone. He's got time. He hit his...
James Scott hit him as he threw.
And the ball is incomplete. It did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, yeah, I think it did. I mean, maybe he threw it sideways. But it wasn't like he was throwing it away. He was hit.
There's a flag.
Oh, wow.
This might be intentional.
Well, if it's in the end zone, it could be a safety.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting and make it a 3-point ball game. But Spring Valley would have to kick to Huntington. We'll see.
Intentional grounding it is. It's a safety. It occurred in the end zone. It's 9-6.
Well, I thought he got it out there. He was hit. James Scott had beaten his man and was bearing down on the quarterback. I thought he threw it as he hit him and made it flutter. You know, the officials, though, make their call again, so.
Yeah, that ball was floating out to the near side, and he only needed to get it to about the 4, but he just had to throw it from all the way from the far hash mark in the end zone to the near sideline, because that's the way he was looking to this near side, and just didn't get enough on it and was still in the pocket. So there was nobody really in the vicinity either. So
Huntington not only gets the safety, but they get the ball back on the free kick coming up.
Yep.
And they're looking for the onside kick, which I think is exactly what they've got to do.
Again, 5:36 on this fourth quarter clock. 9-6 Huntington. 9 unanswered for the Highlanders here in this second half. It was 6-0 Spring Valley at the half. Huntington stormed back. Touchdown drive from Gavin Lonko. He handed it off to Curtis Jones on a 3-yard touchdown run. Made it 7-6, and now the safety to make it 9-6. I think Spring Valley burned a timeout.
If they did. Yeah, that's their second.
Yeah, but we only have one left.
That's tough. Well, I don't know. They're just now setting the ball for play. The officials back here at about the 25-yard line. And he has not whistled. The clock hasn't even started. So, without the play clock going, I don't know if they had to burn a timeout. I think this is just part of that timeout.
Huntington has been ready on the field. Spring Valley just now breaks the huddle. Ball will be kicked from the 20-yard line. The Highlanders have 5 players standing at the 30. Ball will be kicked from the near hash mark. As the ball gets ready to be placed on the tee, Mosser to do it. And now, let's see. They might move it to the far hash? No.
Are they taking the delay of game or took a timeout now? I guess they did to see how Spring Valley was lined up and decide how they want to kick it. So they do just have one timeout left now.
Yes. Injury at any age can be a game changer, but Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game.
They're called back. They haven't had big plays throughout the contest.
I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades.
And this
kicks this year.
Marshall will boot it deep. It's going to be fielded at the 35 by Natkin Harrell. He's up past the 40-45, approaching midfield. He's into Spring Valley territory on the near sideline. Sheds off one tackler and is finally knocked out at around the 42.
Some late hits there on the sideline, not called that time. I know that Spring Valley was trying to force him to give up the ball, but he took it about the 35 and got it clear into Spring Valley territory at the 42-yard line, so a very nice return.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders at the Spring Valley 42. 5:27 left, only one timeout left for Spring Valley, so the objective here for the Huntington offense is to burn the clock out.
Yes.
See if the offense can do it. Locko out of the shotgun's got Curtis Jones back into the football game. He's to the right of Locko as well as Felder, who's back there. Felder moves in motion. Locko takes a snap, keeps it himself in between the tackles. Gavin Locko fighting forward. He's down past the 35 to the 33. 9 yards on 1st down.
Ben Turner makes the stop. Nice run by Locko on 1st down. Gets about 9. All the way to the 33-yard line.
So 2nd down and 1. See if the Spring Valley defense can bear down and get maybe one more stop. The defense has been so stingy tonight and asked to get another stop here late in this 4th quarter. 4:50 and counting.
Huntington burning every second they can off of that play clock and the game clock.
Play clock down to 5. 2nd and 1. Locko out of the shotgun will take the snap, and he hands it off to Felder. Felder's got a crease, and he's got a 1st down. Only needed about a yard, and I think he got 2.
That time, Shy got there, but just a little bit late. He could have stopped him in the backfield again, but not before Felder hit it up to the 31-yard line. So, gain of 2 and a 1st and 10.
4:31, clock stops for the chains to move, and now it'll pick back up. 4:25 and counting. This seems to be the down and distance right here. If Spring Valley is going to get the football back and get a stop, it's going to come on this set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 31. The Spring Valley 31 for Huntington's offense. Up 3. Same formation for Locko. He's in the shotgun, and he takes the snap, keeps it himself. And Spring Valley does a good job to tackle Locko right back at the line of scrimmage. Might have been Shy again.
Yes.
When in doubt, just guess Cody Shy.
He's inside, he is making a ton of tackles tonight, but a 1-yard gain on the play. More importantly, runs about 45 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
Clock still at 25 seconds right now. They won't snap it until about 3:20.
Yep, 3:40 and counting. Those are the football at the Spring Valley 30, so a long 9 for Huntington on 2nd down. And a 9-6 football game between number 1 Huntington and number 8 Spring Valley. Locko out of the shotgun will take the snap, rolling out to his right. Still with the football, he'll tuck it and run. He breaks 2 tackles, still on his feet, fighting forward. There goes Gavin Locko down to the 20. Did the ball come out? It did. It's Spring Valley football.
They're tackling ball on every play, and you've got to know that as a ball carrier. Coming out of the pile is number 4 with the football. That's Ty Bartram.
Just when you thought Huntington was maybe a few plays away from putting away Spring Valley, the Timberwolves defense comes up with another big stand and is going to take over around the 20 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. What a back-and-forth second half. 2 turnovers apiece, a safety. That gives Huntington the 9-6 lead. Now the Timberwolves need a drive that at least gets 3 points to tie this football game.
That's fumbles by Felder and by Laco. I'm not sure we've had fumbles by either of those players this year. Not very many, if any at all. And yet, the defense trying to take it away. Ball's at the 19, 81 yards away for Spring Valley to win. Less than that to try a field goal that could tie it.
Yep, Landon Monsters, the only kicker on this Spring Valley roster to attempt a field goal. It was last week from 24 yards out. Vouch to throw on 1st and 10. Under pressure, he'll throw it far sideline. It's picked off. Intercepted. Zaza Jackson up the far sidelines, knocked out of bounds. Oh, the turnovers in the second half. Zaza Jackson jumps the route up the far sideline. That's the 11th Huntington interception this season, and Zaza Jackson's second of the year.
The freshman makes a senior-like play on that, and not only picks off the ball at about the 30-yard line, but he runs the ball all the way down to nearly the 10. They're going to mark him at the 12. So an 18-yard return.
Two plays, 2 turnovers.
Unbelievable. Now we have 3:01.
Yeah. 5 combined turnovers between these two teams in the second half. That is including a safety as well. Five turnovers and a safety.
Unbelievable.
So
would have never thought that.
1st and 10 for the Highlanders at the 11. Laco out of the shotgun. Waves Wainick in motion and a flag. That was before the snap. Wainick had worked across the formation here to the near side. And the far side official threw his flag. False start. Spring Valley still has 1 timeout. So you can stop it once, but you're going to have to bear down and get a couple of stops here defensively and probably force Huntington into a field goal to hopefully get the football back.
10 penalties, minus 80 yards on the Highlanders as they go back to the 17.
So 1st and 15 from the 17. Can get to the 2-yard line to move the sticks. Same formation for the Highlanders. 2 running backs to the right of Laco. Wainick works across the formation again. Laco will keep it himself. 2 hands on the football. Will be tackled immediately. No gain.
32. Shy in on another stop.
2:50 and counting. Huntington up 3 points. Going to use as much clock as possible here.
No gain on that play, though. 13 carries, 73 yards for Laco leads the way. 17 yards to putting it away here as it's 2nd and 15. Do you throw here? I don't know.
Probably run. Keep that clock, maybe.
I would think.
2:15 and counting. Laco takes the snap. He pitches it to the near side. Caught by Curtis Jones. Jones
fumbled.
Going to get tripped up. He lost the football. Who's got it?
Sipple's trying to help out. Jones is down there trying to hang on. And Jones apparently has the ball.
No signal. Huntington
going to be 3rd down. Yep.
Oh, boy.
Trying to stick his hands in there with Shy, trying to get the ball. But Jones able to do what the other players that have given it up not recover it.
Minute 40 and counting. The play clock just started, so Huntington's going to be able to run this down to about 60 seconds left before it runs what will be a 3rd down and about 16 yards.
It's 3rd and 15 still because the ball's basically at the 17. It went back about a half a foot on that play. Huntington may run it all the way down and take a timeout here and talk about what they want to do. They have 3 timeouts left.
Nearly a disastrous play, but Curtis Jones comes back on that football. That's the most important thing for Huntington's offense now. 3rd and 16, minute and 5 seconds and counting left. Locke takes the snap, keeping it himself, running right, puts his head down, still on his feet, and is finally thrown down. Spring Valley was trying to rip that football out, but Laco held on to it. And it'll be 4th down.
Number 2, as Sipple turns an ankle. He gets up, though, and walking over the sideline under his own power. And it is a timeout for Huntington there, I believe. or maybe Spring Valley.
Hello, my name is Seth Seldron. I'm here in my home studio where I write, record, produce, mix, and master all my own music, as well as write, record, and edit all kinds of videos. Making my own music and making videos allows me a certain creative outlet that I wouldn't otherwise have. And one day I hope to sort of combine the two, maybe create my own music videos, direct them, edit them, as well as produce music for myself and other people.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60.
It's out, though, a 43-yarder and a 45-yarder. 56 seconds remains on this fourth quarter clock in what has been a wild football game between Huntington and Spring Valley.
Say the least.
Yeah, wild's probably an understatement.
We thought this was going to be a great football game, and it'd be hard to say that it isn't, although there's been a lot of mistakes by both teams.
Offense still on the field. Locko's in the shotgun. Trips to the near sideline for 4th and 17. Locko to throw. 4-man rush for Spring Valley. Locko near sideline. Pass is low to Wainick. Was it caught?
Yes.
No signal yet. He's short of the first down, I think.
Yeah, he's down to about the 6. He'd got to the 2. And now there's a flag on number 2 for Spring Valley over there saying something to the referee, Matthew Hall, the linebacker. And, boy, would this be quite a bonehead mistake. I mean, it looks like it was a catch. They're marking the ball at the 8.
If that unsportsmanlike conduct would be after the play, Spring Valley would still have the football. It would just be backed up even more.
Well, no, if it's, yeah, I guess it could be a dead ball.
Yep.
Personal foul, okay.
Only going to be about half the distance. So probably the 4.
Now, was that Wainick the pass was thrown to?
Yeah, correct. Yep,
okay,
Noah Wainick caught the ball at about the 8.
So
penalty on
he
Spring
got about
Valley.
11 there.
Move this back to the 4-yard line. We'll see. They're going to mark it off here and set it, at the 4-yard line. So 45 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. Spring Valley's at its own 4-yard line. Down 3. Got the stop. See if the offense can get a big play. No timeouts for the Timberwolves.
Ball at the 4-yard line.
Fouch out of the shotgun in the shadow of his own end zone again. Trips to the far side. Fouch takes the snap. Running left. He's in the end zone. He's able to work it out. Throw it far side. Ball pot up for grabs. Ball knocked away by Wainick. Incomplete. 2nd down.
Pass was intended for, I believe, Bartram, number 4.
Tell you what, that's a dangerous play, too, for the quarterback.
Oh yeah. He was almost.
Fouch.
He had Donovan Garrett running him down, and then he had on top of that. And now we got an official's timeout for something.
36 seconds left.
Of course, the clock stopped on the incomplete pass.
Yep. 2nd down and 10.
Wainick with a pass broken up there. That is his 7th of the season.
2 wide to each side. Ball in the near hash for Dalton Fouch in this Spring Valley offense. At the 4, Fouch steps up, evades the pressure. He's up past the 10-yard line. He's got a 1st down run. Dalton Fouch is able to get it to about the 17-yard line, give him 13. 1st down Timberwolves. 29 seconds left.
That's their first down of the second half, I believe.
That Huntington defense, Woody, has certainly been stellar, causing a lot of havoc, several turnovers, the safety. One final stop needed here. 1st and 10 for the Timberwolves at the 17. Down 3. Fouch will send 2 wide to each side. Running back's Caldwell to his left. 1st and 10. Fouch to throw. Steps up in the pocket.
Big
rolls
pressure.
out to his left. Looking downfield over the middle. Pass was bounced in, incomplete. Wanted Ty Bartram. A low throw from Fouch falls incomplete. 2nd down. 22 seconds left.
Yeah, he was down on his knees trying to pull it in, but just a little bit too low. Felder had pretty good coverage from behind. 2nd and 10 at 17.
Spring Valley scored the only points of the first half. A touchdown pass from Fouch to Caldwell. Missed extra point, kept it at 6-0. Huntington scored early in the 4th. Made the extra point, made it 7-6. A safety later on in this 4th quarter made it 9-6. Spring Valley with possession, 2nd and 10 at the 17. Fouch back to throw out of the shotgun, looking over the middle, pass dropped, incomplete. It was in the hands of Ty Bartram, maybe a little bit behind him as well, 3rd down.
Yeah, it was. That would have been a really well-made catch because the ball was behind him. The quarterback, obviously, he's getting a lot of pressure on every single play.
3rd and 10, 18 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Number 1 Huntington trying to survive here at home against number 8 Spring Valley.
18 seconds to play on a 3rd and 10.
Trips to the far side for Dalton Fouch. Ball's on the near hash mark. Corbin Page, the lone wide receiver, to the near side. Fouch to throw on 3rd down. Steps up, looking far sideline. He wants the deep ball into coverage. Ball broken up, incomplete, and a flag.
I cannot believe they're going to call pass interference there. I mean, 7 and Felder and Waynick had great coverage on Bartram and Dalton Caldwell.
4 green jerseys collided with 2 white jerseys. And we'll wait for the official call. Clock stops at 11 seconds. It is pass interference on the Highlanders. Not like the NFL, though, like where a spot of the foul would take it into Huntington territory. It'll be 15 yards.
That's still a bad call there, though. All 4 players were playing the ball. No one was interfered with. No one was held. I mean, it's just not a call that you should make at this point in the ball game unless it is crystal clear that they interfered.
1st and 10 at the Spring Valley 32. This drive started at the 4, so they've moved it 28 yards at the Timberwolves, but only 10 seconds left. Trips to the near side. Could be the final play of the football game.
Possibly.
Ball on the near hash mark. Fouch takes the snap, looking near side. He wants the deep ball thrown up for grabs. Ball batted and broken up, incomplete. 3.8 seconds left. It'll be 2nd down. And Spring Valley is going to have one final play left.
Khalif Ty almost had his 5th interception, but he tipped it up in the air, and he had the big man on him again. That's their tight end, Corbin Page, who's 6'6", 251. But a really nice play by Khalif Ty. His 8th pass broken up of the season.
All right, we'll see what Spring Valley has for magic here late. What's already been an eventful football game here at Bob Sang Stadium. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 32. 3.8 seconds left, the final play of the game.
Do you try the Oski fumble, pitching the ball, running, pitching, running, pitching?
Fouch out of the shotgun. 9-6 Highlanders. Here's the final play of the game. Fouch steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down by Curtis Jones, and the Highlanders win it. Huntington's going to escape. They shut out the Spring Valley Timberwolves in the second half, score 9 points, and win this football game 9-6 to improve to 6-0.
What a big play by Curtis Jones there right at the end. They'd been getting a lot of pressure, especially number 2, Garrett. But that time, the number 6, who had to play because Gavin Locko was out, he and Markel Jones did a really nice job, including that tackle on the final play. Probably about a 5-yard gain, but not enough. And, gosh, 9-6 win. I mean, a safety, a touchdown with a missed extra point, a couple missed field goals by Huntington. Huntington finishes the game with 11 penalties for minus 95 yards, 4 penalties for minus 37, plus the intentional grounding for a safety. That kind of gave Huntington a little breathing space there. They knew they could give up a field goal and at least still get to overtime. But, man, what a game. That's just what we expected against these two teams, a good game. It might have not been a great game, but I guarantee you hearts on both sides have really been racing up and down throughout this
certainly.
one.
By no means was it pretty, but the Huntington Highlanders survive and advance to a 6-0 record, defeating Spring Valley 9-6. We'll recap it next on the postgame show. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
Chapman Printing is a proud supporter of the Huntington Highlanders and knows your brand is your identity.
I almost had 6 combined.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Each of us carries an anchor. It can hold us back. But when we toss it forward into the future, something amazing happens. Our unique dreams built off hard work take shape. At Mount West, struggle does not mean defeat, and tough times will not divide us. So what are you waiting for? Enroll today. Go far, close to home. Mount West Community and Technical College.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
My name is Deshaun and I am a success.
My name is Braxton and I'm a success.
Friday, I got my spelling words right. P-A-R-T-Y.
I was at a math test and I didn't really get it that well. My teacher, she told me something and I got it. And I aced the math test and I was excited.
To share your story, visit cabalschools.com.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But Marshall Orthopedics, the area's only comprehensive sports medicine practice, is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Orthopedics takes care of the herd. Let us take care of
5 turnovers, nearly 6. Huntington with 11 penalties, a safety, 2 missed field goals. I mean, we could be here all night, Woody, probably talking about many things that happened in this game. It wasn't pretty, but good football teams, you got to win ugly sometimes.
Well, I was just looking here at making sure that I was right. That had been the first down of the second half. Huntington took the ball to start the second half, had 4 first downs in a long drive that ended up with hitting the upright for the 43-yard field goal. Spring Valley came out, went 3 and out basically, and it had a hold in that group, and Huntington gets the ball back, and they pick up a first down along the way thanks to a penalty or two, a long pass, great catch by Noah Waynick. It was a 28-yard gain on that. So Huntington, at the end of the third quarter, had a 3rd and 2, and they got 2, did not get it. But then on the very next series, it's a fumble by the quarterback, recovered by Tyree Smith, and Huntington gets the ball back. 2 plays to go 9 yards, and they're into the end zone. And their first lead of the game, 7-6. They kick back to Spring Valley on the very first pass. Amari Felder comes up with an interception. Huntington drives the ball down, doesn't get it in the end zone, but again, turns the ball over on a fumble when Felder was tackled in the backfield, and Shy forced it, recovered it, and Spring Valley had the ball, but they turned around the intentional grounding, added 2 more points. They had to kick to Huntington. Huntington, again, though, a fumble by Laco. Bartram recovers. Spring Valley's back in. Next play, Fouch throws it, interception. and it's going the other way by Zaza Jackson. Huntington can't get a first down in the final drive, but they take almost all the time off the clock. Leave 44 seconds left, and that's when Spring Valley did actually get a couple of first downs finally on that first drive before they were tackled on about a 5-yard gain. Quarterback was tackled by Curtis Jones to finish things up. In that final series, though, the 44.9 seconds, quarterback pressure by Garrett, pass broken up by Wainick, then a 13-yard run by Fouch. Pass is incomplete, quarterback pressure by Garrett. Pass incomplete, quarterback pressure by Pauly. A pass up the field broken up by Wainick and Felder, then pass interference on that play, however. Next play, Ty breaks up a pass, and then finally a tackle by Jones. So you can see, I mean, both teams kept turning the ball over to the other side. It wasn't pretty, but when you're number one, you know, it's like they used to say about beating Muhammad Ali. You got to knock out the champ.
Yep.
And right now they're number one. They're 6-0, and they just picked up another team that is going to put a boatload of bonus points into Huntington's corner. So, you know, even though down the stretch you look at Beckley, St. Albans, they're both not going well. South Charleston there will be tough. They have lots of good athletes. Then you have an open week for Halloween, and then you go to Riverside that hasn't won but maybe one game this year if they won tonight. So Huntington is looking at a pretty good path to 10-0 right now. But I know what Billy Seals will say on the pregame next week.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're looking to go 1-0 every week. And tonight they're 1-0 because they won at 9-6 in a very physical, tough, no big plays really except for fumbles and interceptions that were the big plays of the night.
And he's still going to keep emphasizing we haven't played 4 quarters of football. They probably played 2, maybe 1, the fourth quarter.
I was going to say, yeah, because in the first half, their first drive, they picked up 3 first downs, and then got only 1 more first down in the next 3 drives. But they came out in the second half, they got those 4 first downs, then they got 1, then they got the ball inside the 10, so they didn't pick up a first down, but they scored there. Then they got 3 on their next drive and 1 on their final drive. So they did better in the second half. First half, though, just 4 first downs, 43 yards rushing, and only 34 yards passing. No, it wasn't a great first down. Spring Valley had something to do with that, just like their offense was not quite as proficient because Huntington's defense certainly had something to do with that too.
9-6 the final. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Woody will take a look around other games that happened in the state of West Virginia. You're listening to Huntington High School football on ESPN 94.1 FM and AM 930.
High school football.
An injury at any age can be a game changer. But with walk-in clinics Monday through Saturday, the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute is ready to get you off the bench and back in the game. Marshall Sports Medicine Institute takes care of the herd. Let us take care of you.
Jillian, I go here to Cabell Midland. I've been twirling kind of forever since I was like 5. This summer I went to some baton camps, toured a lot of colleges, architecture program at the University of Cincinnati. I'm the featured twirler for the marching knights, so we work all the time. We're here 4 weeks in the summer, 8 to 5, so it's a lot of hard work, but it's really worth it whenever you get to perform.
Let's go places. The all-new Thornhill Toyota on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Your total automotive experience just got better with one of the safest, most dependable lines of vehicles on the market. Toyota. Contact us today and let Thornhill show you what total automotive care is all about.
19. So they lost 4 in a row in a series that now is 12-12.
Wonderland for the Tri-State's best and biggest post-game celebration.
Last win 2017, 14-0.
Midnight every Friday
Yeah.
with half-price pizzas.
Yeah, back in 2017.
Tag and